move that cord or lift it up so I could this on it. Perfect. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Get Lifted. 30 is the new 20. Hit the like button, share, and subscribe. And click the notification bell so you're notified the next time we post or go live. I'm Lahefa.
Smiley Jizzle, what's good? What's good, y'all? How y'all doing? What's the sound like? Sound good? Good, everybody here
Which one is
loud
the
and
one?
clear.
This
I
is
don't know. Do you got your phone? Take it on mute so you can hear me say this. Hello? Could you? Yeah. All right. So um, it's a lot of stuff going on. So it's stuff that I didn't put in the topics, but it is some things that's going on. Like Dave Chappelle just dropped a new comedy special. That's big news to the people that like comedy. That's definitely big news. People that like Dave Chappelle. And he talks about a lot of things. Talks about Diddy. Um, I'm gonna just say this. This whole Diddy thing, I'm just gonna leave it at this. I don't. If you have a response, I'm not even gonna respond to your response. But this is my thing about the whole Diddy situation. My take on it is this: whatever he did that is wrong or whatever that he did to the people that he affected by whatever he did, it's their responsibility to come forward with that information to shed light to that. You know what I mean? Just for their better peace of mind for them, right? If anybody has anything that they want to like put out there and try to stop him from whatever and being a monster or whatever, I don't have a problem with that. What I would say is we should have that same energy towards you gotta move the light. Not the phone, the light. There you go. Turn it sideways. Just a little bit because of cords. Um Anybody that will be I'm sorry, personally affected by it, then they should come forward about it. But if anybody and I'm not saying that, you know, we shouldn't hold our own race accountable for shit. I'm well aware of that. I support that. Um, but there's a way about doing it. If you want to preserve this person and you think you can save this person, then you pull that person to the side and say, "Hey, man, you don't need to be doing this. Like, you know what I mean? Like, this is, whatever." And I'm kind of going to Dr. Umar perspective with it. I just feel like if somebody is doing something that's detrimental to our culture specifically, then we as a collective need to come out collectively, not separatistly, and and try to say, listen, this is not right. We can't support this, but we need to give that energy to whatever gangster music, you know what I mean, whatever drug affiliated TV dramas, whatever, anything negative that affects our culture in a negative way. We need to come with that same energy towards all of those things. I feel like it's disingenuous to just target one specific entity and realizing that there's such a heavy influence on our culture, and figure out if there's a way to pivot so that we don't destroy an era, but we could also remedy this so that this isn't something that's considered okay in our society. It should not be considered okay for us to abuse our own, right? But if you're going to if you're going to
I already did
no, no,
it.
no,
Pressed
it
it
mutes
again.
everything. It mutes everything.
But I'm saying there's nothing else playing. I already did it. You pressed it again. There's nothing else to mute. That was again the only thing.
Um the only thing is that if you're going to judge it, I'm one of those people is like when you do come at anybody when you're making a corrective action, then you also provide a solution to assist with that corrective action. Like, okay, we did this, but this is what we're going to do going forward. There's none of that when you're scrutinizing someone. If you're just coming at somebody just to come at somebody or whatever, with no like, okay, you want to save a whole bunch of people from this monster. If that's your gain from it, then okay. Right now, this man is already suffering. He's already behind bars. He's already, facing convictions of crimes that was put against him. Probably because of that video with Cassie, right? But even still, whatever, this man is in jail. He's gonna be in jail for about 4 years or something, time served, whatever. Um, he had time to reflect and think about it, I would say, for the crimes that he was convicted of. Now, these other things, these pieces, those are things that's like, it's all speculative hearsay from other people that were probably affected by these things. Whether it be true or not be true, I'm not one to say. But I can just say, it is compelling. You're saying a whole bunch of things about this guy. Who am I to not believe that some of these things are true from the person that's a victim? But I don't know, you know. And
So the thing is, when people say, "Oh, he's going against another black
I yield.
man," um, then all the most of 90% of the alleged victims are people of color. So if he did that, isn't that doing the same thing? You on all his artists are most of them is black except for Aubrey. That was the only one his artist that that says something or whatever. So all the people that he did this to, all these people that he owed money, even if you take the grape out of it, even if okay, we don't know what that happened, but all these people that that he's robbing, he's supposed to be giving them an opportunity to do something. Like yeah, people know their name now, but like you ain't pay them. Some people ain't get paid nothing allegedly, and we hear this in the industry all the time. So it ain't just him that does it, but like that's an example of black on black crime because you wasn't doing that stuff to the white folk. So, and maybe it's because of proximity, because those are the people. The other people were above you, like the networks and stuff, and the A&Rs and the other
Right.
people that you need. But you were working. They were in a different level to you enough to understand where you couldn't do no shit like that. These people wasn't reading their contracts, even when they did. Like Babs was like she had a lawyer. He read the contract. He was like, "You want to get fame, but you're not going to get no fortune."
There you go.
And she still wanted to do it,
Right.
even though she
So
knew
there
she
you go.
wasn't
That's
gonna. That's
that's really
one
the only.
example,
That's a good
but
example.
I'm still saying you can't say, "Oh, and negate from he's doing this to
Mm,
black people
but
too." It's
that
the
wasn't
same
that
thing.
wasn't my argument. That's why I yielded because it doesn't really warrant a response in the sense of it's nothing to challenge. The only thing that I'm saying is just basically
They both doing the same thing. He's just doing it to
right,
other people,
right, and
so it's
and
all
and
wrong.
and if you feel strongly like I only would use an example of a Lloyd Banks, for instance. You know, Lloyd Banks is very talented, but he spends his time, really just observing the battle rap culture more. So, you know what I mean? Like his career should be a lot more than what it is. And it could be from him, it could be work ethic, it could be whatever. I don't know personally, but I do see certain glimpses of certain things. And you only can make a speculation based off of what you consider, from observing. I'm paying attention and I'm seeing that, yo, damn, this is what's going on in the culture. This is where this person is at. This is where he's hanging out at. You know what I mean? I'm not seeing him in movies. I'm not hearing him in shit. You know what I mean? So just seeing like that, his career could have been a lot more based off of how big their particular group or whatever their part was in hip hop, how strong they were, how prominent they were. They had clothing at one point, all of this stuff. Where is that? Like, one of your guys is a billionaire, but everybody else is just whatever. Like, I was just saying, my cousin, I was saying, shit, if I became a billionaire and people in my camp, they came up with me like in the shit, and we was all in this shit together, I'm at least gonna bless them with 25 mil, bro. At least 25. It don't hurt. And I know I got other bills. I probably got other ventures and other things like that. Probably got a mill going into this or mill going into that. A few 100,000 going into this, that, whatever. But I still would bless them enough to be able to take care of themselves. Now, outside of that, when they fuck that up, that's on them. But I would definitely help him. And who can say that he didn't give him a sizable amount of bread? You know what I mean? I don't know, but again, observing, you just looking at people and you just assume, which is all we can say, because that's what speculation is. It's an assumption. But based on what we see, we can only go off of he's not living in dire straits. Like they speculate because one of the former NBA players is living in the projects again, or allegedly living in the projects, that he might be down bad. Like we don't know. You know what I mean? How do they fuck up their bread like that?
And that's another thing. I'm not gonna keep giving you money to mess it up again, like you said, because we don't know unless he said maybe he said something. I don't know, but that's why I said this happens all the time. But it's like you because people's argument is keep saying about like they're basically defending him. They're like he's another black man. You're tearing him down, but he tore
That
these
is
people down.
defending a black man.
But
That's
he
exactly what that
tore
is.
them people down too. That's accusing him of these stuff.
It doesn't
So
mean that you can't see. That's the thing. No,
so
we're
they
not.
both
We
wrong in
not
that regard.
right.
Then if you
We
want to
we
say
not
that.
we not saying nobody Jesus. Like, you know what I mean. Forgive me for I know not what I do. Like, you know what you did, but you gonna pay for that. You know what I mean. My thing is like, if if the nigga got just like with OJ, with Cosby, with whatever. Whenever we look at a celebrity, because that's what they are, they're celebrities. Like they not like no doctor that saw, you know what I mean? These
They
are
make
just these are
documentaries
just
about people all the time.
these are just influences. Nah, but people, I'm going with it. These are just people that influence our culture to some aspect. You know what I mean? We don't necessarily want to take away that as a symbol of look at what success does to you or something like that. We don't want to take that from it, but we just want to acknowledge that yeah, people can be held accountable, whatever, black, white, or indifferent. It doesn't matter. Everybody can be held accountable when they do something wrong. I'm not saying that they shouldn't be. My thing is whenever we do something targeted, and I think I was talking to you about this before, targeted shit is different because we know where it's coming from. We know that it's like, okay, if there's other people that's doing all different types of things in the world that we know of, we can go after them too. But we choose to go after who we choose to go after.
Because we
Just
don't
like
like him. We
just
know
like when
that.
we
We
write
already talked
right,
about
right,
this
right, right, right.
last week.
So my whole point of what I said was for us as a people going so hard against our own people without providing a proper solution is all I'm saying. And a lot of times when we deal with things, I particularly
The people
choose to
that say
deal with it.
that
Hold on.
don't have a
I
solution.
I particularly choose to deal with things in house as opposed to exposing it to the world, so we can work on those things amongst ourselves.
It
Because
was
that's
already
that's the
exposed to the
purpose
world.
of a
That ship
tribe.
has sailed.
Yeah, but that's not what my point was, and I think that's where we losing the point. The point I'm not gonna overstate it. It's just it is what it is. Like at the end of the day, and put this much energy into it when it's driven that way, it just shows our culture collapsing amongst itself, which has been a
But why
perpetuity
you
thing
talk about it
anyway.
again, and we already discussed like literally the same thing. You still keeping it going too, because you giving it attention, regardless of what your position is on it.
I know, because it was really just supposed to be just what I said, and then that's it.
I know,
But you wanted to challenge it, and I said it
well,
wasn't really
it's
nothing to challenge at the point anyway.
well, we're on a podcast, so it's not. And there's two people, so if
It wasn't
you
a
make,
debatable statement
I
though.
had a response
You
regardless
could
of what you.
respond, and I
Yeah.
said what I said after
Okay.
that. But
So,
that's all.
what is the next one?
Gotta be cool, man. We live,
I am being cool. That's why I said moving on because we're going back and forth. We're not getting anywhere.
bro. Transgender couple. Does it make them straight? Not gonna really go too much into it. There's a video on Instagram. There's a person that was a man became a woman, and a woman became a man, and they got together, and they're together. What does that mean? It's some weird shit.
Technically, it's heterosexual
hmm
because they were both biologically their opposite sex. One was biologically born when it came out as a woman, not what they think they are or whatever surgery
in
they are. One,
theory.
and then the other one, that's how they were born.
No, no,
This
no,
they
no, 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 no.
transitioned to the other.
In theory, though, if they're considered to be transgender and consider themselves to be this particular
But
sex,
I'm talking about biological. There's different between what you think the trans normative life and biological,
but
what you actually are, not
biological is
before the
not.
surgery.
But this is sexual orientation.
Yeah, but that's
So
when
the
they
man is
talk
attracted
about
to
it
women,
in
and the
these
woman is
spaces.
attracted to men.
That's what I'm saying. So trans has nothing to do with your attraction. They are still straight because they one was born a woman and the other one was born a man and they're with each other. I'm not talking about the surgery or whatever because that's they still
But
a
they
boy
accepted
and a
it because
girl.
they're
Either
attracted
way,
to
it
the
was
opposite gender. That's
yeah.
why they
Either
accepted
way,
it.
yeah, and either way it would still be straight if they still a boy and a girl,
They
whichever way you
they
put it.
accepted the concept because of the transition that they did.
I'm not saying except you
So
said
men's,
what do you call that? I'm
but
saying they're still
you call
straight.
it gay. You call it what it is. They're gay. They're
No,
both gay. They were both gay. They were both attracted to the opposite of what they were, and they
okay, so that's
changed to
not
that,
gay.
so they accepted it. But they were still gay because they still were attracted to the other gender.
That's not
The man was
gay is
attracted.
attracted
The
to the
man was
same gender,
attracted to
not the
men,
other one.
and then became a woman. The woman was attracted
Oh
to
well, you didn't
women,
say that part.
but that's what it is. That's what it was.
Is that what it said, or you're adding that?
They okay. Let
Because you didn't say that
Nah,
before.
I'm not gonna do it. But I'm telling you. Okay, yeah, that's what it is. Yes. So
There's an article or a video.
yeah, it's on the thing. I shared it in the thing. I go to it. But yeah, it's. I mean,
Well, yeah, in that case, if they were gay already,
yeah,
that's
if you're
different.
attracted to
Because
the
if you were
opposite
born,
shit, then
no,
that's
if
what
you're
makes you gay.
attracted to the same is what
I
makes
mean,
you
to the
gay.
same shit. My bad. Yeah.
But I didn't know that. I thought they were just they transitioned, but it's still a boy and a girl. So I didn't know that before that they were dating the same sex. That's what
Now then
changes
there's
it.
another thing. Now there could be also another thing to it. Are you attracted to trans?
Then that would be if you're a man and you're attracted to trans, like that was born a
But that's
man.
irrefutable. They're trans. They're obviously attracted
No,
to trans.
but if you listen to what I'm saying, because there women could be trans too. So if you're a man and it's a man, they transition to a woman, but they had a penis or they got it removed or whatever, then that's gay. And but if it's a woman, like if they were born a woman but they transitioned to a man, technically they're still a woman because I'm going off of what they were born as, not the shit that's going on in their head. Because to me, it doesn't matter what surgery you get or whatever. You're still. But if that person was born a woman, I don't think it's weird because why you want because um why you want a woman that, but she was born. She trying to be a man. But maybe you are gay because you like men because you want a woman that wants to be a man. But guys be messing with dykes though. So if they gay, she not. She's still a woman. Like people be saying that, like, oh, because some niggas I heard dudes say this in podcast or whatever, say like, oh, I would hit that. She fire whatever. Like even though it she'd be like a
Cause
straight up.
the difference is she got a coochie, but
That's what
like
I'm saying. If
I
you're
guess
born a woman and you still have
I
it,
guess you could say the transitional part of it, but there's something that's not regular that changes the whole case of the argument.
I didn't say it's not. We're
So
describing what
what?
it is. We're not. I wasn't saying wrong or
Nah,
right.
but
I'm just
nah,
saying the label.
and you're entitled to your take on it, your opinion on it.
But that's what
But
I was saying. I didn't give my opinion. You
okay,
said, "What do you call that?" And I'm describing what the technical, how you would see it. I didn't
you're
say if I
saying it's
thought it was
technical,
right
but
or wrong.
saying what it was technical would say that is gay, considering what the term gay is
Gay means
or
attracted to the
homosexual
same
is.
sex.
Yeah.
If a
Now
man
you
is born,
changed.
if a
So
ma-
now
if you
you
attracted to
biologically
a
were a
gay
woman, but
woman,
now you got your genitals changed. So does changing your genitals make you a woman, or does it make you a woman because whatever?
that
Are you
the
still a woman?
Caitlyn Jenner is a man.
He didn't change his shit. He still got his shit.
And he likes women. You said
He
if you
like
want to
women.
be
He
a
just
woman,
dress up
then
like
you're
a
gay
dude,
too. That's what I'm
and he got
saying.
boobs.
So that's not gay. It's just what
So
they
dress up like a woman. My bad.
that's what I'm saying. It's the same thing. Like some people say that's gay. Like if you a dude, why you wanna mess with a
But
dyke?
we would consider that amongst ourselves. That's not a scientific shit. We would say it's gay to the streets, I guess you could
That's what I'm
say. You know
saying.
what I mean? Whatever
But I didn't say
don't
if I
mean
agreed
nothing
with it
or
or not or whatever.
whatever. Right. But what I'm
But if you're
saying, but
going
what
by the
I'm saying
definition,
by the definition of what gay is, that would have to mean that you attracted to that though, if you're having intercourse with that.
yeah, if you want to sleep with a woman that's trying to be a man,
Right.
and yeah, that's why I said that. But if you're like Caitlyn, he claimed
Yeah,
he's
but we
straight.
ain't talking about Caleb. We talking about a
I'm just
transgender
showing
couple.
the different level.
I get
it's
that.
confusing. Like
Nah, it's not.
it
It's
is
not
because there's so
confusing.
many different levels or different personalities within it. Like, cause
If a
why you
young
want to
man is
walk
watching
around
this
and
shit
dress?
right now and he like, yo, he want to change to be a woman and want to be with a woman that want to change to be a man, I'm gonna say he gay. I don't give a fuck what it say in a book or no shit like that. First of all, him wanting to be a woman is gay. That's it. You know what I mean?
That's not
Like,
gay.
no, I don't
If you
care.
don't,
Like, that's
so
not.
that's
It's
what I'm
not
saying. So you
textbook.
think
It's
it
not
is gay?
textbook.
Yeah,
It's not a textbook thing.
that's just your.
Now
That's
when
how
we
you
say it,
feel about it.
now listen, being attracted to whatever you are or whatever tools you
That's
have,
gay,
I
not
would
what you
say that
call
that
yourself.
you know what I mean, because that's the gender sense of male and female. What you're born as biologically
Is
in
a
a different sense,
mental.
but you wouldn't know. Like, say somebody met somebody and didn't know what they were because they had the sex change and such. Now, when you
That's
meet
why
that
I
person,
said,
you
because what
don't
if you
know
ain't
that what
know?
they
Then are
are.
you gay if you slept with him? You
When you
didn't
find
know.
out and you keep doing it, it is because now you feel an attraction no matter
But the
what.
initial
But are
time
you
you ain't
attracted
know you
because it's a
wasn't.
woman? In your mind, nobody can tell, nobody can say that that's what it
Is
is. You
this
know what I mean?
sometimes be convincing? I don't see
It be
some.
convincing, but
Even on the opposite end, now they have women that transition to men, and they really look like men. They started working out, and going to the gym. They're all like you didn't. But then when you look at the pictures, they show pictures of how they were before, and you could see
it's
like
something
they look like
about a
brother and
woman. Like, it
sister.
gotta be a woman. Like, a woman is just special.
But I'm
You know
saying
what I
I
mean?
will be mad. Like, don't lie to me. Like, if you, I mean, I don't know how you. At some point, you're gonna figure that out. I feel like I would be
It's grimy to do that to somebody.
that is like what
Yeah,
like
it's
and
filthy.
just like and men had to deal with this for a while, but I don't think it was as prevalent in women. Now women might have to go through that not knowing, and then you ain't telling me you sneaking and try to use a strap, like and vice versa. They'll be like put it in your butt because they don't have no, it's a man or whatever. And try like I've heard people men trans said that they did that. Like so the guys wouldn't know. And then a woman, there was somebody doing that. It was on Catfish. There was this girl and she was acting like she had Bow Wow's picture or something up
Oh
there. She
boy.
was doing that, but or whatever. But she would be meeting up with girls, and they would meet her, and then they were like, "What happened? How do you?" Well, before she started doing the Bow Wow page or whatever, this was just one person. But she would meet women online, and they thought she was a boy, but you would kind of tell she was a girl. She didn't get no operation. She just had a low cut, and she was like, but it's like if you look at her, you could kind of tell that it was a girl.
Hmm.
Like, but she do look masculine as fuck. She got short like a Caesar or whatever. Like, and she's skinny. She don't got no body. Like, you can't. It's kind of you looking. It's like, is that a like you asking yourself like, but you can tell that you don't
Yeah.
fully think or whatever. But she said she would be.
She be taping her tits, taping them, duct
Well,
taping
she
them,
was skinny, so I don't think she really had
uh,
much, but probably she did do that. And
tape jobs,
and
man.
she said she would have a strap, like so they didn't know they.
I heard from some lesbian friends of mine. You know what I mean? That they not true to it because they don't really like the strap. Like, because if they like women, they really like women. Like, they don't want nothing that simulates a man's body or whatever. They don't want to get penetrated
Well,
and
there
things
are
like that.
some women that don't want to be penetrated, but I think those are the more masculine ones. And I think the women that like the penetration is not about they're just not attracted to men. They still want the pleasure of the penetration because they were, but they want to be with a woman. They want it to come from a woman. And I've heard people say this. Like I heard on there are, but usually the ones that
It's
don't want
because of
penetration
biological
is
sense. They really secretly they really still want men, and they don't know how to really like do it. They want a man, but they want a man to be more feminine. You know what I mean? They want him to be more emotional.
well, you can
You know what
only
I
go
mean?
off what they say. You can make up
I
your own
know, and
opinion
I know.
about it.
I'm shit. They probably gonna beat me up, but
Let me see the light.
that's what I be thinking. Cause
I know, and I don't like.
especially when they be getting caught in the bathroom
I
at
know
Van
that.
Dome, yo,
I
you
know that.
know, sneak dicking.
I think I don't think, but here's the difference. Just like there are some women that mess with women, but they don't want to be with a woman. They just will sleep with whatever the fuck they do or whatever, but they want to be in a relationship with a man. I think is the go the
Yeah,
other way too. A woman she might like having sex with men, but she don't want to be or like the penetration, but she don't want to be with one
women,
because it's a different.
y'all
There are
need to get it
people, but you
together.
get a different experience with
Get
a
it
woman.
together.
Don't say y'all women because I like men. I'm not confused about that.
Your sisters, sisters in arms.
Whatever. Um, I mean, but whatever people decide, people if they grown, like that's your choice. I don't be in people business about who they romantically involved with.
I mean, shit, they whatever they want to be in 2025. Let's put it like that. Does it cost more to be poor? Now, I left a link in the description for y'all to check it out. Um, a nice little, quick little video. It's about 20 minutes, some shit like that. But it breaks down. Basically, it's kind of like a rich dad poor dad perspective, but more geared towards African American culture or Black American culture, as we like to call ourselves now.
Yes, it costs. It costs your time. It costs money because you need money to make money. It costs your energy. Like you be drained because you gotta work double shifts, 12 to 12 or some shit. I don't know, whatever. Like, and it costs time, which some relationship get ruined. The father work all the time. He got to go on a business trip. You never spend time with us. You will never have dinner. We haven't had sex in a month. I have to work. I got to pay the bill or whatever. Or it could be the woman. She's a career woman. She could be keep so the cost. It may cost you your relationship and time with your family because you need money to like even if you running a corporation or something, they need your time. So they're taking away from your personal. Like so whether you poor or rich, I think there's costs to it that could be possibly negative, but it's up to you what risk you willing to take.
Right.
Like, is you gonna You know, you need to decide. You need to have self respect, and there should be some. And I think that's the problem. Some people don't have no boundaries when it comes to like any. If somebody gives them money, they be willing to they'd be willing to do a lot of things that they wouldn't do normally, and that's a shame because money's not everything. You could be up today and going and down tomorrow. So if you selling your soul and doing shit that's of low integrity and like showing that you don't got respect for yourself or for other people just for a check, then you should rethink that. That's a messed up mindset to have. You'll be, they say gay for pay. Some guys say they do it, but I feel like if you doing that, then it's not for pay. You just using that as an excuse, and maybe you needed the money, but you using that as an excuse because that's what you really wanted to do. But now you feel like this is a good enough reason. You don't need to give us a reason.
That's crazy.
Make sure you happy with what you're doing yourself. If you ashamed of what you're doing, then you probably shouldn't be doing it. And not ashamed because of other people. You ashamed because some people would be ashamed of some stuff and some other people wouldn't. So don't do it because you want to make other people happy or whatever. Just don't be no essay or serial deleter or
Mm.
nothing. But if it make you happy, then... But to yes, being poor costs a lot, and not just monetary.
Yeah, it's crazy. Um, we we tend to spend more money to make us to compensate for being overwhelmed or how much we have to work to make the money that we make. So we put the money right back out there instead of investing it or saving it towards a goal that we could handle. Like say for instance, something that we needed to be done, like for a car. We need our car. And there's a trip that we'd like to go to make the sacrifice for the car, knowing that we're going to need the car for a longer period of time than this trip that we could just go to whenever could be a decision. And there's the other effect of it where it's like if you want to do something and you want to have fun or whatever, take a chance, then just go ahead and do it. But it's it's better to be practical. If you're not making a certain amount of money, you figure out how do you make more money. You don't say I can't, you say how can I? Just by changing it to that, it makes a bigger difference because now you change your whole perspective of how you're going to think about solving this problem. So you ask yourself the problem in a different way. You know? So it's just little things that you trick your mind to do because we're capable of certain things. We're really capable of doing a lot more than what we do. It's just we get discouraged because there seems like there's always a barrier to stop us from progressing. And we don't figure out a way to get past that or get over that. We build something up basically behind that and get stuck there instead of like, all right, this is just a little issue. What can I do that I don't need this? Or how can I get this to do this? Do I really need this? And can I move forward? And we'll stop and stay there for forever. And that's with anything. That's with business. That's with investments. That's with um, children custody. Whatever the fuck it is, it's always like something that stops us and we don't progress further. And that's the discouragement right there. But the greatest minds of our centuries had those discouragements and they still continue to do it. It was something that motivated them to do it. Maybe it was a person in their life. Maybe it was just seeing that there's no other way around this situation other than doing what I gotta do. But they recognize it was bigger than themselves. So once you realize something's bigger than self, it helps you get further. That's why people put their faith in religions. Because God told me to keep doing this, and then I'll keep doing it. But you gotta tell yourself to fucking keep doing it so you can keep doing it. And that's the hardest fucking thing. When people don't want to do something, they're not just gonna do it because they have to do it. They're doing it because they're made to fucking do it, or they're doing it because there's no other way. People don't do it because I just need to do this fucking shit. Like working out. It's a fucking discipline that I get so fucking stressed about because I want to do it because I feel so good when I do it. I feel good when I do 100 something push-ups. You know what I mean? I want to be able to do more. I want to be able to do 200, 300 fucking push-ups. You feel me? What's up, Brazil? Um, I want to be able to do all these things, but I'm not pushing myself to fucking do it. And the reason I'm not pushing myself to fucking do it is because I'm using the excuse of this. I can't do it because my back hurts. I can't do it because of this. I can't. No, fuck that. Get up, do what you gotta do. Michael Goggins, David Goggins, my bad, disrespecting the guy. David Goggins that shit the fuck out and get up and do what you gotta do, bro. You know what I mean? Like sometimes you just gotta do it, yo. You know what I mean? And that's the thing. We don't all have that drive, and I know why. And I hate it for us because we're so much better than that. The potential. Like I remember a long time ago, I don't know if she remembers, but I remember a long time ago, I said to my sister, she was doing nursing shit. I said, yo, why you don't just be a fucking doctor, yo? And she got so fucking pissed off, like,
Because I didn't want
you
to
know what I
do
mean?
that to
And
begin
I
with.
was like, yo, you're already doing this, like, just go for the gusto. And I always think about like that's like what you don't want parents to do with their kids, like try to fucking push them to do something that they don't want to do. But to understand, if I were going down that path, if I wanted to do it, like I didn't know that you didn't want to do it, but if I was going down that path and I even encouraged that and wanted to do it, I would say to myself, I'm just gonna be a fucking doctor. You know what I mean? But I know it's
Now
mad
I know
work,
I would
10
have
fucking years.
I would have
It's
been
never too late.
a psychologist,
It's
but
never
I
too late.
didn't think about that. I didn't have. I realize now that that's something that interests me. So if I could
You know?
just change that
It's
now,
online courses too
I'm
that you could
not
take and
paying for
shit.
no class. I'm not taking out alone. If I had money to pay for it straight out to do that,
Now I'm
and
saying, well,
but
I mean, that could be just something, a goal for you. Like, you know what I mean? You could get some bread, working on something else that could make some money. And then when you get that money up, you know how much it takes to do it. Pay the $5,000 or whatever it is for the course. Get your certification in behavioral
I don't think
psych,
this
psych,
that's like a doctor,
psych.
so you gotta go to school just like a medical doctor. It's not just
Yeah, but you start off with the little shit with that and build up with the behavioral science. Once you do that and you do the Freud and Darwin, I mean not Darwin, but well yeah, some of that is in there, but you do the
they
Freud
probably
and
have a course of
all that
specific
other shit,
classes that you have to
the
take.
the
Just
CS
like for medical, classes, I had to
um
take psychology, like so that probably would be
CS
in
Lewis.
uh whatever if I did do that, that would probably be a part of the curriculum. Like so, I mean, I could get it before, but I probably would still have to, or I don't know. I would assume that would be a part whatever classes you need to take, and then probably gotta get an extra 2 years after you just get a because you probably gotta get your doctorate. You can't just
What
in
is that?
order to
What is
practice
that?
unless even
Anthropology? Is that what that? That's a new word for me.
no.
That's not that.
I think that isn't that with the plants and stuff.
Mm-mm. That is no, insects is episcopic. Episcology.
Oh yeah, it is anthropology. The holistic study of humankind, exploring human origins, cultures, societies, and behaviors across time and space, combining biological, social, and cultural perspectives to understand the full spectrum of the human experience.
All right. So like that would be the root. of behavioral science for people and shit. You know what I mean? Learning that, just having a vast knowledge of people from different countries, different cultures. Because you can't just understand American culture. You'd have to understand Australian and New Zealand, Chinese and Japanese and Korean and Philippine. And you know what I mean? You'd have to know all of Europe. You'd have to know all of those and have to have a vast understanding of everything, or just target specific norms of a specific region. But then that would only pertain, you'd be ignorant to go into another country like Germany and have the same ideology or same standpoint that you have in the one thing that you're educated in. So you'd have to be educated in all these different areas of it, but it'd have to be a culturally sound behavioral norm, where it would be like, well, not culturally, because I'd just be, well, all universally culturally rather, right, for everybody. So every single person from that culture, you understand their religions, you understand their language, you understand their letters and all that other shit. Shit, I fuck with the people that go to the different burial grounds and catacombs and
Yeah,
shit
do
like that.
anthropological digs
That shit
or anthropology digs.
where they excavate the shit or whatever,
And find like caca. What is
mummies and shit,
yeah? Sarcophagus.
sarcophagus,
Sarcophagus.
and I was watching shit and they showed that they find like rubies and uh different gems and shit, and the gems are cursed, they say, right?
Yeah,
And I
very
watched
ancient.
Fact or Fiction,
It
believe
is
it or not. You watched that?
beyond belief. Fact or
Yeah, I
fiction.
watched that, right?
Yeah,
And
I
they
used to love that show. And you know they made a new sorry, just to say this real quick. They made another season and it's only in Germany, but I can't watch it or nothing because it's another country. Like I searched it on every device, all these streaming things, and they can't because they only have it available in Germany. Now go ahead. I was so mad though because I liked that show. I wanted to see.
it do be nah, it'd be crazy. Like they be having like series of being in a different region, and then they stop airing it or whatever. They only have like certain regions could could televise the shit. Like that shit is kind of fucked up.
And it's over, so they should put it out. It was just one extra season than what was up here, so viewable up here. I don't know why they do that. I mean, well, have their reasons. They probably got to pay to get it, or need some type of clearance to be able to have it cast in other countries. And maybe they didn't want to go through those channels. But I was so mad when I found. I was trying to look for it for years. I always searched up periodically because I used to love that show. Me and Aunt Val used to watch. We would watch horror movies together and stuff. So, but we liked Beyond Belief, um, and we would be watching it.
Yeah, that dude from Star Trek, I'll be believing what that nigga say.
I like how he taught Jonathan Frakes. He's a cute white guy, just like a beard, like his beard. Yeah, blue eyes. But yeah, that show. I don't know. Did you believe the stuff?
Some of that shit was crazy. I ain't gonna
Like
hold you.
it
I
was
mean,
one.
it's backed up with data. See, this is the thing
That's what
about
they
data.
say.
This is what data. If this is hearsay, then it's always room for speculation. So whenever somebody's telling you something, you don't have to take it verbatim. You know that it's information that they received from something else. But if you actually see it for yourself, there's documented proof of certain actions that happen as a result of whatever, then you can say, "Oh yeah, this shit might have some truth to it." That's the thing. Like they was going over like, "Oh, these something saved them or whatever." They was going to a church or something like that, and something held them back. Do you believe that God have stopped them from going to church to practice that day or whatever? And then they said, yes, it was because exactly at the time when they went there, it could be.
Let me see the
And
ashtray.
she had prayed for them just before they went because she always prayed.
No, the ashtray. It was like the same
And
thing.
that day she had been running late. Everybody was running late at the same time. And the church had caught on fire. And they would have definitely had not made it.
There was one episode where this guy, his wife she got sick and she passed away. And then a woman came knock on his door a few months later, or I don't know, some time went by, and then girl came knock on his door, said, "Hi, can I borrow a cup of sugar?" Now, darling or something, and that's what his ex-wife, well, his the wife that passed away. That's how they met. She
Hmm.
came and asked him for something, knocked on the door, and then they started dating and ended up being together. So, and the girl sounded just like her, and like it was like her, like she didn't really look like her, but she kind of did. But her mannerism and her behavior was like her spirit had transferred over to the girl. And then he married that lady,
Hmm.
and then she died too. She got sick, and
Hmm.
then she died. And then and then it happened again, but then it went off. Like another girl knocked on the door, and she said the same thing. "Hey, can I borrow a cup of sugar, darling?" Or whatever. Like, cause
What?
it was like that's how it was stuff that she would say, like her voice, everything, and it was like, what do you think about that? Do you think that's what happened
I
with the
mean,
guy?
it could be just a continuous loop in life.
No, he had gotten older. This could when it went
But I'm
off. He
saying
was
it could have been something that just repeated itself every decade or every few decades or something. Like it just kept repeating in the same situation, like deja vu. But
is
he's
that
stuck in that
green your beard
situation.
or is that gray? Oh,
He's stuck in that situation with with just this reoccurring situation that just keeps happening over and over and over again to him.
no,
And
but he
maybe
was
maybe
happy
it's
because it
coincidence.
was like
Yeah, I
I get
mean,
to.
yeah, he's probably happy, but then he also has to know what to expect in that situation. And this is like one of those things, one of those phenomena in life that you really can't explain it because it's like, is this a coincidence or is it just because he lives in this area, because this is the women that he's attracted to, because these are the people that move into this particular area of the particular country. You know what I mean? Like there's all these different elements of it. Like, does he go to a church or something like that? Like, and they know that he's a widow and he done this, and I don't know what you call the guy.
Yeah, it
Um,
would be with him.
Um, but
Hmm.
he's doing the best that he can, and he's a hardworking man, and the women in the community appreciate that, and they want to bake him a cake and bake him a pie. A lot of the women in the neighborhood like him, but it's always the woman that comes and asks for sugar that he really likes, because she's got that same demeanor that his wife had, slightly different but slightly the same, trying to recreate that same person. Like, is that more of a psychological behavioral thing,
Is
or
it
is that
behavior or did
some
it really happen? Was it just
mystery?
uncanny like that? This, like you said, coincidence. Three
It could have
different
been.
women with the same. like down to a T. Like,
I mean, it's to me. I think it's interesting.
so have you heard about this? Back in like 2017, 2018, a bunch of like men, 9 men in their 20s, like from 23 to 29 or 22 to 29, um, they went missing. So one day, one person had been missing for 6 months. His name was Jaden. He was missing for 6 months. His friends went to a clothing store and they were going walking through the store looking. They never had been in that clothing store before, and they saw a mannequin, and they was like, he had been missing for 6 months. The Jaden guy, and they was like, this is Jaden. Oh my god! Like when they seen the mannequin, they said as their friend. He looked just like him. His nose was crooked and he had a bicycle accident when he was a kid. That then he broke his nose, and he was crooked. It was the same, but it was a mannequin. And
Mm,
he had a scar above his eyebrow because he had chicken pox and he scratched it there, and the scar never went away. That's why he's not supposed to scratch it.
mm,
And he had a mole on his cheek, and this was all on the mannequin, like he was identical to or whatever. So they're like, he like, that's my best friend. Like, what is going on? Like y'all got, and then they like,
mm,
what are you talking about? Whatever. So then he called the cops. The cops took hours to come. He's like, if it's an emergency, like it is an emergency, I'm telling you, it's like this is my friend, whatever. Hours go by, so eventually they come. They like, he's like, I'm telling you. He showed him a picture. He's like, that's him, or whatever. And he was like, listen, um, this is a mannequin. I know you're probably hurt because your friend is missing, or whatever. But this is not. This is a mannequin. There's no way that that's him, or whatever. So, and then the people kicked them out of the store. They kept calling the cops, and eventually the cops was like, "Stop calling. Don't call here no more, because you're that's not your friend or whatever. Like it's a
mm.
mannequin or whatever." So then the friend
So, do
goes,
you think he turned into a mannequin? That's what he thinks.
"No, listen."
Okay, I'm listening.
So the guy goes to the friend. He goes to his mom's house, and he tells her the story about what happened or whatever that day. He said that's him in the store. I know it's him or whatever. So then she goes to the store. Now the kids is banned. Not kids, they're grown, but he was young or whatever. Um, they told her don't come back in the store or whatever. So the mom come in there, and then she walking through the store. She act like she just looking. They don't know, she not trying to make a scene or whatever. She going to go find the mannequin or whatever. So she walking through the store, and then she see it, and she said she almost lost her balance. Like that's my son, that's my baby, whatever. Then she called 911, and then they told him take a DNA
Fucking
test.
crazy. Take a DNA test with the mannequin.
Yeah, and they were like, we're not gonna do that. So they went and
That's how
helped
you
them.
do
The
that.
cop like
Maybe it's his
so the,
skin on it. Maybe I don't know.
so then
Mm.
there's other
Or
people
they just
missing.
drew it.
So they did some research, and the cops went home. The cops said if you keep calling, we're going to say that you're like or harassing or something,
Yeah,
making making up stories
cause it
or
sound
whatever.
crazy.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
so then they found the other people that was missing or whatever, and they
they was mannequins too. I'm saying like
yeah
could be
yeah.
some magic going
So
on. People
so
turning people into mannequins, right?
So so then finally, so then he get the other people together. It's 9 people total or whatever. 9 guys. The men's
We
collection.
not trolling y'all. Go ahead.
All of the men's collection. Like because he said the guy, the designer that owned the store,
Mm.
he said this is my men's collection. Because then now when all these people is missing these kids, some of them are missing for 2 years or more. But this guy that how they found out was only it was 6 months or whatever. So he was an aspiring model or whatever. So this guy is crazy. The designer that made it, he talk about he did he drugged these guys and poisoned them so they could pass away. And then he had training as a mortician, so he knew how to like preserve the
Mm.
body and like And he said, so their spirit could live on forever. These are beautiful men, beautiful specimen. Like talk about it like it's art or something. He really felt like he was doing. He was like, people get older and then their beauty fades and stuff. He was like, I want to preserve for the world to see like this. He was like, this is
So he
my
made
men's
them into
collection.
mannequins with their skin and shit.
Yeah, he did like if
Yeah.
you pass away and then they, but it was on YouTube. It's a documentary. They talk about it like it's real, but I googled it. They said fake, but who knows?
He said that whole thing. And that
Yeah,
was it's
that's what
interesting
they.
though. It's interesting.
And there's no articles about it, but would they really say? Would they want that to get out? That somebody's doing that is
Yeah,
not a look.
hell yeah, they want to get it
No,
out.
because then it's gonna
Yes, they
create.
would because first of all, you gotta understand the more crazy some shit is, the
He probably was in on it.
more money they can make off of it.
He was black.
Look at all the money they making off of Ed Gein. That was like mad decades ago. You know what I mean?
Oh
Like,
yeah, they put that's why they got it doc. Well, that
so
was
I'm
on
saying.
YouTube, but people was talking about it and posted it on social media. So I don't know who came up with
Cause
this.
I think I heard about something about some guy making kids into dolls or some shit. But but they said that it wasn't true.
Yeah, that's what they said.
But Ed Gein was a fucking weirdo.
Yeah,
You know, taxidermy and all that. Yeah.
that's basically what that was.
Hollowing out
But they
bodies and
wasn't stuffed.
you
They
know
I don't know what he said. Whatever mortician did, and they said that it was done professional, like the way he was able to preserve. Because some of them people have been missing for over a year.
he thorough. He good at what he do.
It's crazy. And he just said, "You're gonna forgive. You're gonna forgive me for no." He said, "You're gonna be happy about this one day, or one day you're gonna understand
He'll
that."
always be with you.
Yeah, like he lives forever. Well, they took the mannequin and gave him to the family.
What do you think about the jealous girlfriend that attacked her boyfriend with acid, leaving him disfigured?
What did she do? She throw it on him?
She must have splashed. I mean, she had to do it some type of way for her not to be affected by the acid.
It could have got on her finger. Maybe
Coulda,
she got
coulda,
burned herself too. Because
cause
if you throw it,
he
you
was
gotta be
messed
careful.
up. He looked wild like from it.
Yeah, because that shit burns you
His
instantly.
eyeballs is gone, like, and he tried to get back with her. He
Mm-mm.
tried to get back with her after, like, what do you think, like, about that? Do you think he wrong for trying to get back with her?
Because nobody else. Oh, I don't know.
But even outside of that, let's
I'm
just say,
saying that's probably why. Would I do
you
that?
think that's the
No,
only
because
reason he would get back with her because
he probably loves her
it's
and
nobody
nobody's
else?
not going to after you look. You say he's all messed up. Like nobody.
Please take me back. Nobody else will take me. That's what you think?
I don't. Maybe that's not the only reason, but yeah.
That's harsh.
And if
But it
he
might be
loves her,
true.
maybe
It
he
might
loves
be
her.
true.
Some people be like that. I don't know. But I think you should watch this too, guys. I'm telling you movies that you should watch. The Post. His father finds his son on a. He's running. He's jogging in the park. He finds his body. He's like, I'm gonna go get help, but he's already dead. He's talking to him.
This is real?
No, it's a
Oh,
movie.
oh.
It's called The Post. You should watch it. It came out. I don't know if you've seen it. It's old, kind of. Came out not old like that, but it came out years
I
ago.
got something for you then. I'll watch that.
And
Watch The Devil.
okay, I think that's in the elevator, right?
Mm-mm,
What is
no.
it about? I think I've seen that.
This is
But wait, let me finish
go ahead,
what this
go
is
ahead.
about. So he catch the I mean, he calls the cops or whatever because the body's out there, whatever. Then somebody sends him a video of these three boys is kicking him. Like, so this is what happened. Like, that's why he's dead in the park because it was three boys. He was on the ground. They were just kicking him or whatever. So he showed it to the sheriff and to the school, and it was like, we don't know if these boys go to our school or not. And they're in the video. You can see the video. So it's like, how you saying you don't know if they go to your school? He's showing you a video with their face. You can go find these people. Like, what are you talking about? Like, and then the sheriff was like, sorry, there's nothing we can do. We don't know who, if they did or if they go, whatever. They wouldn't help them. They were on a football team. And then the guy got funded for the school for other stuff when they went or whatever. It was a small town. They loved the football team, whatever. So he was trying to cover it up because they was football players. And then somebody went and unalived all of the boys that did it. And they thought it was the boy's father, the first one that got unalived father, but it wasn't him. So his wife left her. She didn't even give her no time. I think she came back eventually, but like it was like 3 weeks, and she was like, you need to get it together. It's like, what's wrong with you? I mean, she was crying too, but like she acting like you just lost your son. Like he just got me because he was drinking. And then she was like, you're not going to work again. Now that is kind of a long time, 3 weeks ago. And she was like, you need to get up. She's like, I know it's hard, I understand, trust me, or whatever, but you gotta move on. And he wasn't even talking back to her. He wasn't saying anything. She was like, do you hear me? If you don't get yourself together tomorrow, then I'm leaving because I can't. We need you to be strong for us, or whatever. So he didn't say nothing, and then she started slamming her stuff around and and left her. And then, she went to work, and I guess so. The boys started getting unalive. The other people that did that to their son. So she was like, I know what you did. That's why she just packed her bags one day, and then and her and the daughter, because they had another kid. And he was like, where are you going? They was getting in the car. She was like, I'm leaving. She was like, you don't think I know what you did or whatever? Those boys that did it to Brian or whatever. That ain't his name. I don't remember what his name was. And he didn't even say nothing. He didn't deny it. But it wasn't even him or whatever. But it was interesting. How it ended was weird though. I don't know. And I tell you, watch American Carnage. That's the ice one.
Hmm.
That's old too. But I never heard of it until I was watching. But what was you saying? What movie I should watch? The Devil.
I saw the devil. I saw the
That's a
devil.
Chinese movie.
Well,
Yeah, don't say well. You know,
nah, because you gotta be
I
because it's
knew I
really
heard
like
of it.
is really the story of it. Yeah, it is Japanese.
No.
The story is so in depth that it's like is a very good thriller. Like first of all, it's the serial deleter, and he's relentless, right? Stop at nothing. There's this officer, and it starts off in the beginning very. It starts off kind of slow. You don't know what's gonna happen. You don't know what role the officer plays. You don't know what kind of cop he is. You don't know what to expect. The first deletion that they actually show you is the one where the serial deleter he deletes the officer's wife or fiance because he just proposed to her. He's got the ring. He's gonna bring it to her.
Here comes the bride.
But the dude like chopped her up, chopped pieces of her up. They found her head in the water, and they found a ring on her hand, and they gave him the ring back. And he went over there and he broke down. He couldn't even see it. Then he's like, he wants to know who it is. They want him to stop focusing on the crime, whatever. This dude is still taking out more people because he's a serial deleter. So he's taking out more people doing the same thing, chopping people up. He's just randomly like just chopping people up on his path, like and a whole bunch of young girls. One time he took a school bus and got a whole bunch of young girls and just took them all out. But the crazy thing about the story is that the officer was tracking the serial deleter the whole time while he was doing stuff, and he was trying to get him before he did it. But instead, when he got him, he just really like beat him up really bad, like break his fingers or rip his toe off or do something crazy to him, and then just leave him beaten down and then let him go on and live and do something else. Then he goes and does something else to him. You know what I mean? Like stab him a few times or cut one of his thumbs off. You know what I mean? And then um, cut his ear off, and then next time he'll do something else to him. So he just kept doing stuff to him, and then finally he got to a point where this was it. He was gonna set him up in like a
This
booby
is
trap.
it.
So he sets him up in a booby trap, and then he brings his parents to watch him, who doesn't even know that he does all this, and his son. And they walk in the room and they open the door. When they open the door, this thing slams down like some saw type of shit, and
You had like
that was
Home
the end of
Alone
it.
booby trap.
It was wild. But he had already like punished him because the cop was like an elite officer. You know them Japanese officers like Jackie Chan. He was
Mm.
thorough, like so the dude couldn't like he couldn't fight him back. Like he was crazy, but he couldn't really. The dude was too thorough. It was good. It was a good movie.
I've seen that, but I never watched it because I don't like if I can't if I gotta put subtitles. Mm-mm.
It's good. Um, I didn't. You know what it was like when I first looked at it. I didn't know it was gonna be like that. I thought it was gonna be. I thought it was a horror movie, and I wasn't gonna watch it if it was, because sometimes Japanese horror movies kind of lose me. Sometimes they good, sometimes they not. So if I saw that it was that, then I was gonna stop watching it. Then I seen it was a suspense movie, and I was like, oh, this might be thorough. So I checked it out. But it's good. It's a decent movie. The dude that's in it, he played in he played in American joints too. Um, he actually played in GI Joe, in the original GI Joe. He was the ninja, the evil ninja. White Storm, I believe, was his name. But yeah, putting acid on your partner is no. That's not
Yeah,
by any means good. Stop doing that, please.
and
Men
then
crying over women dumping them. How do we feel about that?
how we supposed to feel?
She
If you
done with you? Do you keep it moving? Do you dwell on it?
just
Do you
because you
try to get her
crying don't
back?
mean you not keeping it moving. You could
Well,
cry and
crying. Well,
still.
he's crying over her because he wants her back. Come, begging for her to
Oh,
bring
he
him
crying
back.
to
Yeah,
her.
crying over, crying over. Because I'm saying
Cause that's what
men
I'm saying. You could cry but still not
crying over
accept
women
what's
dumping him
yeah. So he could
and want to
still
get
be.
back with her.
Oh, did it say that? It's because it
It
sounds
doesn't
like you
say that,
adding
but
that.
that's what it
Because
is.
I'm saying
He's begging,
you can
pleading.
cry, but that doesn't mean you want to get back with her. You can cry because it's over, but you might be like, "Fuck
So
it, all right, I'm about to move on"
so
after you done. Or
Cause
you
I'm
could just
saying if you
cry and
still
then beg
crying
her.
over her dumping her, then you haven't
Still, how
moved on,
long
right?
ago has it happened?
Right now, she's like, "Oh, don't cry, don't
Don't say please.
Yeah, like you feel me?
Don't
So
cry, don't
so
cry,
it's
don't
like
say please.
she really like rubbing it in, and she's so nonchalant about it. You know what I mean? It don't make you feel bad for the nigga.
I
It
don't
make you
think you
feel
should
like,
cry
yo,
to her.
get your shit together,
Like
brother.
if he should do, because if she don't want you, then just
Is
leave
that
her alone.
insensitive for me to say that?
If
Get
she
your
don't
shit together.
if she don't want you, then just leave her alone. I don't think you should be going to her crying. You should, if you need to cry, if you feel like you can, you shouldn't. You should. She already broke up with you, so
So
she
it's
not
not
gonna care.
insensitive to say get your shit together.
So she not gonna care. So you need to do that. I'm saying you don't need to go cry to her. What are you crying to her for? As she already said. If you do that, do it on your own and move on. Like you don't. Why are you coming back? She obviously, if she's telling everybody that you did this or posting it or whatever, she don't respect you.
But if
So
okay, so let me ask you this: if a dude is crying over a woman dumping him, should he get another relationship?
Not right away if he's not
Okay,
ready to.
all right, boom. Because I would say,
But
like,
he don't have to deal with
if you're
her.
crying over a woman dumping you, whether you're trying to get back with her and that's why you're crying, or you're just crying over her dumping you and it's already gone, you already left you in your own apartment or whatever the case may be, is that healthy for you to start a new
Usually,
relationship under
guys are
those
probably going to be
circumstances?
fucking someone else, but they're probably not going to get in a relationship right away. Some people do. Some people are relationship people, and every time they're with somebody, they in a relationship. It's lower for men to do that or whatever, but there are men that
But if a
they
man,
always they
if you
don't do
know
that.
a man is crying over his woman
That's
dumping
what I'm
him and
saying.
you
Not
fucking
right
with him, how
away.
that's gonna be
Not
for
right
the woman?
away. I said, if you just fucking them, then whatever. You should know that. But of course, niggas be lying and you might say some other shit or whatever.
His
But
tears give you energy.
no, I wouldn't. I ain't say because his tears give who energy.
I don't
I
know. Like
said
I'm just trying to
if
figure this
you're
out.
doing that, you should not be getting right into a relationship. But that don't mean you have to
Right.
stay with the girl that did that to you either. You
So
could
I'm
just
because
get
that's what I'm
yourself
saying.
together
Is it
and
yeah? The like because
but
a
maybe
dude.
getting yourself together is crying. Like I don't know. I
I
don't think you should
mean,
make a
yeah, at a
production
certain
of it.
point.
I
But
don't
if
think
you in a relationship and you crying over some chick dumping you, then you probably not gonna have a healthy relationship with the person that you with. Because
that's why I
if she
said
asks
not
you
right
why you
away.
crying and you say you crying over your ex,
If you
then she gonna
still
probably respond with, "Well, go be with that bitch then, nigga."
if you still crying
No,
about
she
her,
not gonna say
did
that.
you hear what I said? You're not even listening, obviously,
Cause
because
you
you
keep saying
asking.
that. Cause it seems like you avoiding
I
that.
said if he's still crying, he should not be in a relationship with
Hmm.
nobody else.
Okay.
So it wouldn't be nothing to add. That's dumb. If you still, but you could leave her. You could accept the fact that that's over, but get yourself together, like you said. But that's you could be sleeping with someone, but I would hope you wouldn't just be crying in front of her, like or whatever. Like, why are
You
you doing
might.
that? If y'all just smashing, like you doing too much. That's relationship shit. You should not just be. I mean, if something happened real bad, like if you lose somebody or something like that or whatever, and then
In
but
2025, they champion this behavior. Like they say it's okay to be like that, to do that. You know what I mean? Like life life goes on. I'm not trying to be insensitive to the fact that people not gonna be going through whatever they're going through, but life is still gonna continue despite you having this shortcoming, I guess you would say. You know what I mean? But I think it's just an experience. I think it's just something that you're gonna go through, and it's gonna happen in life. You're gonna find out more about yourself in that period of loneliness. And when you do find somebody, you should appreciate yourself more. But you'll also be able to appreciate a relationship more because you
that's what I said,
understand
not
what you
right away. If
lost.
you're still upset about it, then you should not be taking nobody serious. But
I mean, you're gonna
guys
be
probably
upset,
be
but you're gonna have to
sleeping.
know how to deal with it.
Yeah, that's what I say. You shouldn't be. I said not right away, which means you need to give yourself time to get over that before you start saying you want to be with somebody else. But people do that anyway,
Oh,
so
sorry.
it's hard.
Um, like the grief or the mourning without progression is not good because things come to an end. So when things come to an end, you have to figure out how to continue because you're still here.
Yeah, but you need to figure that out first before you get in another relationship.
Absolutely, but I think that should always be the concept. But I guess it's not. It's just
Most people don't do that though.
yeah,
That's the thing.
it's easier said than done. It's not easy.
Even if you just, especially a guy, if you're just messing around, they might not necessarily be in a committed relationship, but they might have somebody that they
I'm
a friend that they are romantically involved with
I'm gonna
or
tell you
whatever.
what affected me the strongest. What affected me the strongest was losing my grandmother because, and I say that unapologetically because every loss that I've had has been impactful to me. I got my Aunt Mary's name tattooed on my body. Um, you know, Aunt Valerie, we used to have some good disputes about sports. There's other family members that I've also had relationships with, but her in particular, my experiences with my grandmother is like it is incomparable. to any other experiences that I've had with anybody else. From just things that she's created or cultivated around me to have certain experiences is just a blessing. So like that loss for me was the equivalent of a loss of a mother, father, sister, brother. If that impact taught me one thing, and it's probably because of the age of the loss. Like I got to experience so many years with her, and also I'm older. You know, I'm 40 years old, so my experience now, just being on this planet at this point, is just really letting me understand that loss is evident. Loss is inevitable. It's something that's going to happen anyway, and we have to be able to move on. But that's the sense of everything. She would not allow me to be stagnant and know that I have a gift or an ability to do something and not keep doing it. She pushed me and pushed me. She'd be mad every single time that she see me. She'd say something about it. And her daughter does the same thing. You know what I mean? You know, but I have a path that I have to follow, and I have to do it that way because it's most comfortable for me, because I learned these things the way that I learned it. If somebody taught me these things and taught me how to do these things, it'd be different. I would go their way, but I have to do it my way because I've seen the most progression going in the direction I'm going. But in any case, I always will look at that and always say, she would give me the strength to be like, I gotta move past whatever these hurdles are. There's nothing that's gonna stop me once I start doing what I'm supposed to do. And that's just what it is. Like you just gotta have the integrity of doing things when, you know, sometimes it may not seem like it's not what you want to do, but it's what you have to do. And you have to have that without being pressured into doing that. And that's where you get the most success out of life in anything that you want to do. If you want to be a great athlete, you got to put in the work. You got to go to the gym. You got to do the training. If you want to be the best lawyer, you got to look at those old cases that have been won. You gotta watch a lot of film. You gotta learn a lot of jargon. You gotta pace yourself. You gotta do some pro bono cases. You gotta do some internships. You know what I mean? You gotta vet some jury members. You're gonna have to get balls deep, pause, in this shit so that people really know that. Well, not people, yourself really, because you're the one that needs convincing that this is what you need to do. You need to push yourself to get to that fucking point. So people in general, we just don't do it. You know what I mean? So I'm not gonna sit here and cry about shit. I'm just gonna do what I need to do and keep it fucking moving.
But that doesn't mean that they're not going. Some people might just cry and cry and cry, and then they're not doing nothing. But you could cry and then that's a release, and then or some people will have sex and that's a release, or take a couple weeks to themselves and then whatever. Like people deal with it different. That don't mean that's stopping them from moving to the next step.
A dude was arguing with me
You could cry and still move
on TikTok, saying I'm broke and all this other shit, and trying to shame me and everything, because he was like, "You're not gonna sit here
on. What?
online and try to tell me," because he lost, because the chick stopped talking to him because he was crying. And I said, "What were you crying about?" And he said, "Oh, you're gonna try to psychoanalyze me. I don't have to tell you what I was crying about if I don't want to and all this other shit." I'm like, bro, like what's going on? Like, you feel me? Like, where this coming from? Like, you know what I mean? Like, that was my energy. Then he started getting disrespectful, so I started disrespecting him back because I'm like, bro, like you're not about to talk to me like that. Like, we human beings at the end of the day. We could have a difference of opinion, but I'm not shaming you. I just want to have more context of, because this is what I was saying. I was just saying, if she left you because you was crying, all I'm saying is maybe she wasn't the right person for you, because You should be comfortable to be vulnerable with the person that you're with. But what I'm saying as a man, is it a reason that she probably didn't feel as protected by you? You know what I mean? Is it a, were you crying because you can't pay the bills? Were you crying because you couldn't satisfy her sexually? You understand what I'm saying? Like, what were you crying about? And then when him getting so sensitive about the shit, I'm starting to think maybe it was one of those things. Maybe it was because you couldn't do what you supposed to do in the bedroom. You know what I mean? So you was crying about it. I'm so sorry. You know what I mean? I should have subscribed to hymns. You know, shout out sponsor us. You feel me? But whatever the case may be, um, dude just didn't, you know what I mean, didn't want to like concede that okay, maybe we could agree to disagree. But why you wanna shame me, bro? Because I believe that yeah, I think we live in an era where men don't behave how men should behave. And I think a lot of times it's this emotional imbalance. Like it's okay to cry. I'm not saying it's not okay to cry. You heard me just say that on live. It's okay to cry. I don't give a fuck what you are, man or woman or whatever. It's okay. Let it the fuck out. My thing is this. Here's what separates men from women. We can cry while we're working. We can cry while we're doing what the fuck we gotta do. We can cry while we're protecting the people that we love. Hell, I've had a good cry while I was punching the fucking shit out of somebody. You feel me? You you,
Yeah, some
you
people
can
do
you
that
can
when they
cry
get mad, but
whenever.
they still
But
can't.
listen, what I'm saying is blood, sweat, and tears come from hard work. You feel me? You crying because you probably don't want to do it. You don't want to give up. You're gonna keep pushing yourself. You know what I mean? The blood is because you've been getting nicked and wounded and battle scars from all this fighting that you've been trying to do to accomplish this goal. And then the sweat is because of all the perseverance and how long you've been out there doing this shit. You know what I mean? Like this is all a part of it. So it's nothing wrong with it from a man's perspective. But you also have to know that it's times where you have to practice strength. Sometimes there's a situation where the house gets foreclosed, right? Father knows he just lost his job. Mom hasn't been working since maybe 5 years when he got this good promotion, but the job closed down. Dad's got to look for work. He got to find something to take care of the family. The house is foreclosed. They got to find a place to stay. He probably got to move back in with grandma and granddad. Feel me? This is a decision that dad has to make for the family. Is he okay to just come in the house and cry because everything just fell apart? Or is it his responsibility to just get get shit going? He could cry, but is this the time? What do you think?
I think that if he had like if he's doing what he still need to do, he had a long day, went to work, but it's like it just all hit him. He come home and get in the shower or something, or if because I don't think like depending on what the situation is, like there, like you said, there's nothing wrong. I feel like some people in general, men and women, be dramatic and they always do it. They're a whiny person. They always do that. But if you're, I mean, I guess I can't say what's a good reason for someone else, but to me, like, I think if, okay, in like situations where it's not nobody passed away, if somebody passed away, obviously, I don't have a problem with that. But as but you know, I would, if somebody, like, somebody did cry. front of me before, and I hugged them, like, in, you know, because they lost their brother or whatever. So, like, so, but so I don't think it's
Now, how
nothing
did
wrong.
that relationship end? Was he getting
Well,
too soft?
I should have never. Um, it was never going to work out. But so I don't know. That
But
was
him
weird.
crying, that probably opened up more because that's more vulnerability. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but he was an asshole. So but I was just saying I didn't think nothing about it in that moment because like, and then on top of that, other stuff happened going on in his life too, like car was fucked up financially. Then he was working, but like he was having a hard time or whatever. So it was like, oh, like he had a whole like breakdown or whatever, which I feel some type of way too because, like I said, he was an asshole. Like, well, I don't know. I just feel like he played me or whatever. So after, and I did think about that. I'm like, but I never like was talking about it to people. But in my mind, I did think like, damn, like I sat there and consoled you while you was like, and he was not like that before. But then after, he just like moved on and was like, oh, I'm with somebody else, but rude, like I did something to him or something, like the way he said it, like so. But I didn't, and I could have been like talking shit and saying like mean things, and this is what people do. Like they want to say, "Oh, you be or whatever you was doing that like or whatever." But I'm like, okay, well, I wish you the best, whatever. So, but so in cases like that, I don't think it's nothing wrong. But like I said, you just can't be doing that, and you can't be doing other stuff in conjunction with that. Like if you cry, you still gotta be like you still gotta be masculine in other ways. Like you gotta like if you know how to put stuff together, like you good with your hands, or like you could change it. Like I would, even if you got AAA or something, you could change the tire. I don't have a car, but just the fact that you know how to do these things, like knowing having these certain type of abilities, like it makes you more attractive to me as a man. So I don't care about you crying if you still have the other qualities that I think make you masculine, as long as you're not doing that shit all the time. Like then I don't think there's nothing wrong with it. Life is hard sometimes.
Now, what do you think about a able-bodied man with a disabled woman? So a
Why does it have to be gender? Let me see
black
the
young
answer.
man with a disabled girlfriend.
What is wrong with her?
She's handicapped.
How though? Is she mental or is she missing limbs
Oh, let
or
me see if I got it in
paralyzed or
here.
what?
I just seen the picture. I ain't even really like.
Let me see the answer. But what do you mean? What I think anybody, if they're mentally challenged, then I think that that's weird. If you have all your sense and there's nothing wrong with you, and you're messing with somebody that's disabled, I think in that way mentally. But if they're physically like they're paralyzed and they're in a wheelchair or something like that, I mean, if that's who you fall in love with, don't take advantage of them because that's the first thing that I think about is that you trying to get a disability check. I don't know, but
Oh, that ill rapper, decent man, decent guy.
Boosie was eating in the restaurant, and these people were just coming. He just makes his shit up like some jail shit. He had some grits, and then he was like, "Come on now, why you didn't bring all my stuff together? I want to mix it up or whatever." That what he said to the waitress. And then they brought some bacon. He poured his eggs. They were like sunny side up. He poured them with the yolk and stuff in the grits, and then he had some bacon and he broke it up into pieces, and then he put pepper on it, and then he mixed it up and he was eating it. And then people was coming up to him and But I'm saying that like that look like some shit that they make it like why you mixing it or up together like that? And then people was in the comments they was like just get a grip bowl. Why you doing that? Like why he they was like I hate the way he eats
Mm,
because he was just letting food drop like it
yeah,
would be in the corner of his mouth or whatever. He always got somebody said it like Boosie behind white stuff
he do, yo, cause he be doing something. He be doing
on the
something.
side of his mouth. Yeah,
Them
Boosie
damn
crazy. He engaged.
white
Did
stuff.
you know that?
To who?
A regular lady. I don't know. I don't think she nobody famous. I don't know her name,
Damn, I can't find it.
but I was like, he got mad kids. Like I don't know. Like I mean I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna have no kids. I'll be a stepmother, but you gotta really be done, and you can't have mad kids like that. One you can have maybe two as the max, and I need to know. You can need to have a good reason of why y'all not together, and I need to. I feel like I would want to meet your baby mom, cause niggas be lying too. They be like, oh, that's just my baby mom.
Yeah.
Whole time you put a ring on it. Mm. Um, that's so I would want to meet them because I need to make sure that she really just your baby mom, and because then she probably wouldn't keep. But then I need to know that y'all ain't still messing around because they could be not together and they still be smashing. So like I need to meet her. I need to see how y'all interact, and you need to be able to get along. Even if hopefully, I mean, if I determine that okay, I don't think y'all messing with each other, but y'all can't be bickering either, because now you're gonna drag me into your drama if y'all having disagreements and shit. Y'all can't have a conversation or agree what you need to do with the kids or whatever. Like, no, y'all need to have a mature relationship where y'all both could communicate and y'all shouldn't be cursing each other out and acting crazy because I won't be a part of that circus. So, but yeah, I mean, I would prefer they didn't have kids, but people have kids.
Mm,
What? Who is that?
mm,
People would be just posting their kids. That's all over the internet. People posting their kids doing TikTok dances. They're doing the dances with the kids. And I mean, some of it's cute. It's not, raunchy or nothing. I mean, some of the dances are a little risque, but it'd be cute. But then it's like, and then they got all these Down syndrome kids. People, they got pages for them. Like their parent made a page, and they be posting videos. Like,
oh,
how do
shout
you,
out to Jake Paul, yo. I forgot about that.
what do you feel about
Jake
that too?
Paul.
And Jace Joshua,
Yeah.
um,
He finally got knocked out.
what Clarissa said. I don't
He
even
broke
know
his
why.
jaw. He did him filthy too, I heard.
Clarissa was
I ain't even watch
they
it.
said what do you think
Oof.
about it before it happened, and she was like I don't even know why they doing that,
That punch was like for everybody.
but they staged the Tyson fight, didn't
Punch was
they?
like, but this one was good. This was
Yeah, because it
redemption.
was a real fight.
This
The
was
other
redemption
ones
for
they paid
Tyson.
them to what you call it to
So,
throw the fight.
so in response to the acid, to the woman with the acid, her boyfriend caught her cheating, and he put near hair removal in her shampoo.
They're a different person
That's
though.
a different person.
I don't know what's wrong with people. Y'all like that stuff. That stuff is strong too. And you probably shouldn't even be using it on your skin, period. But obviously, it's hair remover. It's even worse on effects on your hair. But that shit's strong as hell. So that's crazy. I don't know what's wrong. He caught her cheating. You think that's a okay response to that?
Nah, nah, nah. It's funny. It's definitely hilarious.
And why would she post pictures? This is I would never do that. If something like that happened to me, I'm not gonna post no pictures about it, like showing the patches in my head. Like, are you for real? Like, why would you? Why are you posting out? If you want to take pictures and go report it or whatever, because they can't press charges on you for cheating. So he
Right, but
shouldn't have did that.
this is what
And the
people
acid too. That's crazy. Like you trying to kill people. Like what is you doing?
people
Like
literally want to see people make fun of other people. That's just how they do.
but that's more than make fun because it could be damage. It could have burned her scalp because then she probably don't know. And then not only you're putting it in, but you're scratching your head. She put it in her head. She probably was washing her hair. So you're not supposed to scrub that like that. So you probably just pulling your shit out because you're scrubbing your head and it's probably just coming out in your hand if you was washing your hair. Like that's crazy. You don't do that. You just supposed to sit it up there and then you wipe it off. All that scratching and scrubbing, her scalp probably that shit probably would be burnt as fuck. Well, I don't know how much. It didn't look like she had that much to begin with. She had a low cut, but I don't know. That's crazy. People
Never put
crazy.
butter on a pop tart.
People
It's so freaking good.
people need to stop doing that. Stop doing stuff like that. Jingle all the way. Ho ho ho. Merry Christmas. I watched Jingle All the Way the other day again. I love that movie.
Well, Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah,
That is a good movie. A good holiday movie.
yeah,
You have a holiday movie?
yeah. I love that. I have a
Is
couple.
that your holiday movie or is
I have
there?
a few. I can't just say one. I
You
like
can't just
that.
say
I
one.
like The Preacher's
Can
Wife.
you
I
do
just watched that
a
too.
top three?
That's well.
Those are the top three.
I don't. I only said two, and I didn't say how many.
Those are the ones though. Like those are like, oh yeah, I can
Okay.
watch this anytime.
Yeah, Jingle All the Way. The Preacher's Wife. Um. This movie that came off Oscar is called 3 Days. I think.
Hmm.
Um.
That's your
And
three.
um.
A movie that you don't even remember the name really.
I do. It's 3 days because I can't. I keep trying to watch it, but I'm not about to
But
lie
Home
that
Alone
y'all.
is not that shit.
It was okay.
But I'm saying it's memorable.
Yeah, but
Like the okay,
I remember
like
that one too. That came
the
out
ones that
after
you're talking about are they black people shit?
The Preacher's Wife. Yeah, that's what
Okay,
Whitney Houston and Courtney
so
Vance, Angela Bassett's husband,
I guess for me
and
the
Denzel
reason the
Washington.
reason for me is I'm a commercial student. So I'm like I
But
like
Jingle
I
All the
like the
Way
black
is
shit.
not.
Yeah, Jingle, yeah, it's a mixture, but
In
it got
three
some black in it
in
though.
3 days, yeah, there's black people
Cause
in it, but it was the main
who's the
character,
person that is going against Arnold Schwarzenegger?
Sinbad.
Is it really Sinbad?
Yeah.
Or was it Shaquille O'Neal?
No, stop. Shut up. I just watched
Ah,
it. Don't do that.
wasn't it David Wayne's?
Whatever. Oh, because they all look alike, I guess.
Yo,
Um, yeah. So
but nah.
yeah, but this other movie had it only had like one black person, but 3 days, and because it was like about this guy's wife, she got hit by a car
I
like
love the
on
Christmas movies.
On
I just
Christmas
love them
Eve,
though.
and you don't know the preacher's wife. You seen the
I seen the
preacher's
Preacher's
wife?
Wife with
Yeah,
Denzel Washington,
yeah, and
right?
Whitney
I
Houston.
seen it. Yeah,
Yeah, I love that movie.
that's a
And
classic.
he was like,
But that's
just
not.
because you don't
But that's
see,
not
that
like the
don't stop you
best
from believing.
Christmas movie to me. Like a
Yeah, to
Christmas
you,
movie
but you
for
asked
me.
me what was
No,
mine.
no, I know. But I'm just like,
And I don't really,
I
I
don't
like
know
a lot of
why.
them.
Why do I like the white Christmas movies?
And I
Like
don't like that when he put his tongue on the thing.
The Christmas story. You
Yeah,
know
that's
why I like the
stupid.
Christmas story? Because in class you get to watch that in school, and they don't got to you don't got to do no work. You just watch the Christmas story during Christmas when you in school. So you know when they roll that big the big VCR um from the AV room and they roll it into the
Yep.
classroom and then you could watch like we all had that
We watched
experience.
Selena before too. That's not a Christmas movie.
No. But we did watch like different like war movies and stuff like that, like
Yeah, and we
Glory and
just
stuff
watched
like that.
Slavery.
But
Give us free.
Amistad, we watched Amistad, but for the Christmas stuff, like it's like a lot of memorable Christmas stuff, but all the Christmas, like it really wasn't any like black Christmas stuff when I was growing up that I could really remember. All the Christmas stuff that I could remember that was really memorable to me was like all white stuff. And not that I
I like
wouldn't give
Richie Rich.
the black Christmas stuff a chance, but I couldn't really find any that was really like
They be
really
kind of
great acting.
low budget.
Yeah, and those white people
The
Christmas
Preacher's
movies
Wife
be
was
so
probably the
like the
best one.
Miracle on 34th Street. Like a lot of people probably be like, oh, but that was the
Yeah,
real Santa Claus. Like you know what I mean? Like people really was like stuck on that shit because it brought the magic of Christmas to the screen. You know what I mean?
I
And
like Richie Rich.
Richie Rich was cool. And what was another one that was really good that people? Well, Home Alone, obviously, everybody
Yeah, I like
talk about
Home
that.
Alone, but I don't.
Just
That's not my top.
American Christmas shit. What would be like popular culture? Any American, like even black. What would be one that all black people probably
This
would
Christmas
agree
is
on?
really good, but
This Christmas,
that's
okay,
later. That was a good.
that was good.
That was probably like the best one besides the Preacher's Wife of Black.
Do we have any other
I don't know, cause like you said, it was mostly
Friday?
white.
The Friday with the Christmas?
Friday after next. That I don't like when they keep making some movies over and over. Like it was okay for what it was, but I don't think it was all there.
Damn, yo. Like I really, yo, I'm about to Google that shit.
That was more
I'm
of a
really about to look up
comedy than I mean it was
Black
about
Christmas
Christmas,
movies.
but
Famous. Yo, I'm gonna be mad if I see one I know. Famous. Black.
there wasn't that many. They were all the ones that they made. There were some, but they was low budget. I feel like it was B movies, not nothing that came to theaters that I've seen, maybe or
Like,
like yeah, like TV around the holidays. Networks be making up their own movies and
only
stuff.
Black Christmas was the horror movie Black Christmas.
Oh, and that no, whatever.
Mm,
And that other movie, it was with Monique. This was a newer movie. It was Monique and what is the name? Smooth, the comedian, JB Smooth. Carrie Hilton was in it. Gabrielle Union. Um, that what is it called?
what?
That's the movie I'm talking about. What is it called?
What?
That was just on the screen. I'm asking you, what's the
What
name?
was
It
on the
don't say
screen?
the title in the picture. That was from the movie that I was talking about. That picture before he started
I ain't
talking.
see it.
Because it was but it was ratchet though. All the black and then that too, they making it ratchet or something bad happened. The girl from Diary of a Mad Black Woman was in it and JB Smooth was her husband. And well that's the girl from Set It Off. The other girl that was scared to get that money, I can't live like her. That one she said, I need that money, Frankie. I don't know why she said it like that. I thought it was something wrong with her in that movie because I'm like she acting like she missing. She too short from a dozen or six, however they say. Maybe when you pause, it's the thumbnail.
Oh, probably was a thumbnail. The Wiz was the Wiz a black? That's something that black people watch on Christmas. So we really defining stuff to like what
Cause
black
we
people get
don't
together
have
and
the
watch on Christmas. On
oh
Christmas,
almost Christmas. That's the movie I was talking about. Almost
we
Christmas.
is not watching the Wiz on Christmas
I never even
in
seen that.
2025. Now, come on. Now, I seen it, but I'm not sitting down with my family. You know what? It would be like something cool because like all the family could like see it for the first time
I should
Last
have watched
holiday.
it
Remember
already.
last holiday?
Yeah, that was straight.
Is everybody in the
But
family
it
sitting
wasn't
down
that.
watching that
It
LL Cool J and Queen
it
Latifah
wasn't that good.
for Christmas?
That's what I'm saying. The black way he said they not that good. They don't got no the
We
ones
bet
that.
we might watch the Christmas story before we watch that shit.
No,
We might
you
watch
watched the Christmas story.
Alvin and the Chipmunks Christmas, some shit.
A Christmas. They be having some good Christmas movie
Nightmare
on
Before
TV.
Christmas,
I just watched a Christmas movie called Mr. Scrooge,
or
and
Almost Christmas. Almost
yeah,
Christmas comes
yeah,
up.
that's what I was talking about.
It seemed like it's a good movie. I might watch this. I might
You
watch
never
this
seen that?
Christmas. I don't think I've seen it. I might have
JB
seen it.
Smooth was cheating on her
He
with
was in it
Carrie
too.
Hilson. Yeah, he was
Yeah,
married to the lady from Diary of a Mad Black Woman that got dragged out the house.
it's always gonna be some cultural drama in some Christmas movie.
Gabrielle Union.
Friday After Next. I called that too. I said Friday After
Um,
Next. Don't suck your teeth. It's okay.
yeah, but I'm
It's a
saying
Christmas type of
it was
movie.
okay.
That's what he was going for because he knew that we don't have a niche. We don't have a Christmas movie for our culture, so he put that out. So we have one.
We had other movies before that. It's just not a lot.
And The Preacher's Wife is
See,
probably number one, of course. I think The Preacher's Wife would
that was a
probably
good.
be one because it was like it had the angel
And it,
element from Christmas. Denzel Washington was an angel, right?
yeah, and they fell in love, but then he he can't do that. He an angel. He was supposed to
Right.
bring them together and fix their
Right.
life,
It
and
was crazy. She always on some.
they ain't do nothing though. But you could tell, and she was like, "No, what the mother? She
so
always playing
so
somebody's
do
mother.
you
She
agree with that list for
what
black movies? I don't have a dog in the fight
I
because I
said.
didn't even know.
Almost Christmas was
So, but I'm saying all these things that they came up with. Do you agree with them or no?
I don't. How many was it? Because I only
It
seen
was
last holiday.
it was The
No,
Wiz,
I didn't even watch that.
but I'm saying this is culturally
If
relevant.
you saying, do I agree? You're.
Yeah.
And that means I have to say if I like it or not. I never seen
Well,
it.
I said no, being seen it, but it's a movie collectively that we could say is an experience of all our African American tradition or our Black American tradition, however you want to look at it.
I mean, I heard about it. I know something. He's on down the
It
road.
it had a
But
few little
um,
elements in it, little
but
you know
I
Michael
never watched it, so
Jackson
I
in his
can't really
prime.
give an accurate thing about it. Like people talk about it. Yeah, it's popular
Diana
amongst
Ross in
the.
her prime. Um,
I didn't watch the original Wizard of Oz either because I mean we're talking about black.
yeah,
I
I
know,
mean
but
it's
I
Wizard
don't.
of Oz because now they got the new joint Oz. You know what I mean with Ariana Grande and her joint. Um, but the Wiz
Her.
but the Wiz was supposed to be our rendition of that, but we had some of our greatest Motown um
Yeah,
pioneers
and I like the
in this
musical.
movie, so it
I
was
just
supposed to
never
be
watched it.
culturally relevant. So to the culture, it would that is that something that could
I
be
just think we
considered
need to
as
make our own stuff.
the
Like
magic of American Christmas?
I like it better when we make our own stuff
So what would you
instead of
dub?
making a rendition of
So this is our
somebody else.
solution today. What would you stamp as your this is the Christmas movie for us? Would you say Preacher's Wife or
I said,
would you say something else?
I already said.
Okay. Because we don't really got nothing Christmas. What do we have as
I
Christmas?
said the Preacher's Wife. I love that movie. That's why I just watched
I'll
it
say
again. I
Deep
watched
Cover.
it. That ain't no Christmas movie.
It was cold. It's father
It wasn't
in the
cold back
beginning.
then.
That first scene in the beginning was Christmas.
I never seen that.
You never seen Deep Cover with
Which
Lawrence
one is
Fishburne?
that? No, you talked about this the other
Oh
day
yeah,
because I said that other movie with LL Cool J and
Head Too Deep.
yeah, I seen and I just recently watched that
And Mike
like a
Epps.
few months ago. I didn't um so no, I didn't see the other
So
one.
Preacher's Wife is the Christmas movie for Black people to watch.
Yeah, it's a
People.
wonderful. It's an angel comes down from heaven. Denzel's playing an angel, and he looked cute in that. Uh, and he came down from heaven because it was his pastor and his wife. They were going through a tough time. Their church was messed up and needed work done and stuff, and they was going through it. And then they was also having problems in their relationship, in their marriage, or whatever. Like it wasn't as close as they used to be. Blah blah blah. So Denzel comes down on earth. He's supposed to help them so they can get back on track and help them face the church, help them do all the stuff, help the program, the after school program for the kids or the neighborhood facility that the kids go to so they could have something to do. It was gonna get shut down. A kid got arrested. Like it was by a pastor. Like he's helped his community. Like he really do stuff. And he was encouraging them to not give up, even though it's a tough time you having right now, and not to be tempted by the devil. This mega church guy trying to get him to join to work with him. He want him to preach at his church because he's a real estate guy, but he's like a snake, like or whatever. But Denzel even changed his mind because he was going to sell the church because he bought the property, so he was just renting it. And then the mega church guy, he bought the property, so he was trying to get him to preach there so he could stay because they was cool. But he like, I'm really gonna tear it down. I really want to tear it down. Like, so if you don't take this deal, then or whatever. But then he changed. Uh, he be like he touched people's hand, and then they like like so he saved the church, but he was messing up. God did some lightning because he started liking Whitney Houston. That's the
Mm,
preacher's wife.
right.
Wasn't supposed to be like, and then the mother, Jennifer Lewis, that's her name. She played the mom on the brothers too. She always playing somebody's mother. She was like, no married woman should be looking at another man the way my daughter was looking at you.
Hmm.
She was like, you're a charming man. Now go charm someone else. Or whatever. Because
It's interesting because our movies, the it's not like the National Lampoon's Christmas or whatever. It's very culturally relevant, but our cultural relevance is more dramatic. There's glimpses of comedy that's relevant to our culture, but there's also a lot of negative glimpses that the infidelity, the that somebody's doing something that they're not supposed to be
yes, because in
doing, and
all these Christmas
everything being
movies,
ran in.
the
Where and was her father present? Did she have a father with her mother, or was it just her mother?
it was just her mom. But they were her mom lived with her. I don't know what I think her parents were married. Maybe he passed away or something. They mentioned him in the
But
movie. So
just
I
that
think, but he
presence,
just wasn't.
you
They
know.
were old though. I mean, she was married,
Okay.
so it wasn't like she was a little kid. I think her parents was married or whatever, or I don't know. But Jennifer Lewis is crazy. They probably got divorced. I don't know. They didn't
Yeah.
talk about him or whatever. But she was married though. That was her. She didn't do anything, but you could see. Well, it was the husband's fault though because he pushed her out. He was like, "You should take your wife out," because they was falling apart. Like, so you like, you should go take her on a date, go do something nice for her. Like he was trying to bring them together. And he like, "You take her." Like, what is wrong? Like but he wasn't saying it like that. He was saying, "I got so much work to do. Like I don't have time right now. Like, be trusting. Like you go take her out." And then you get mad when they come out like, "You took her to Jazzy's." That's where he proposed. You told him to take her. She was like, "Yeah, we
Mm,
had a good time. That's what you wanted, right?" And then he was like, "Yeah, but I didn't want you to take her to Jazzy's." And she sang and she sang. He was like, "What? She hasn't sang in years." And
mm.
he was, "I believe in dreaming." And I like that too
Yeah.
because Whitney Houston, like, oh my God, she was so
That
beautiful,
was her
and her,
prime. Yeah.
yeah, like she sounded so
Yeah.
good.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
oh my God, I that's what I like about it too. I like the singing.
Yeah.
Like,
It's a beautiful movie for our culture around the holiday time, because holidays, you know what it is, and yeah, it is an American tradition, or everybody gonna say the pagan holiday and all that other stuff. But the beauty of Christmas was it did something that we didn't have for a long time in the setup. It only has to happen. My friend just brought this to my attention the other day. We only do things on occasion. We don't make it a normal thing. But it's better for us to do it than to not do it at all was my thing. Like at least we get a chance to do it. So to not have that aspect of us bringing the family together and us just appreciating the embrace of each other and giving for each other just to see the smile on somebody's face when they get something that they wanted that year. You know what I mean? And if you get something that you didn't expect to get something and you got something that you didn't even know you wanted, and man, thank you for being so thoughtful. You know, for us to appreciate that, there was a warmth that came with Christmas when you were a kid, whether it was the snow outside, whether it was thinking that Santa Claus was coming down the chimney, whether it was whatever it was, that spirit of it really it really filled the air in a certain type of way. The desserts, the cookies and stuff, you know what I mean? The candy canes that was on the tree that you used to sneak at night or something,
Hmm.
you know what I mean? Or having a stocking, being able to open up one gift the night before. Some people had that tradition having that meal with the family. The food never tastes better than it did on Christmas. You know what I mean? Like it was like everything was perfect, yo. And then when you were a kid, you was like, yo, I don't gotta go to school. I don't gotta do nothing. I can watch cartoons and I don't have to go outside because it's snowing. And you know what I mean? Like everything was like it was just so much about Christmas that just made you feel good. The cocoa, just everything was right for that moment. And you wanted to capture that part of it, the music, just everything about Christmas just was beautiful, yo. You know what I mean? It was perfect. It's not like that anymore. It's now it's just it's whatever, it's marketing, it's whatever, it's toys, it's buy this, it's buy that, it's you know what I mean? Because the toys was dope. Believing that elves was making toys for kids was a cool little idea. You know what I mean? But it's just
Scrooge was good. Ebenezer Scrooge,
Scrooge.
the
Oh,
one
the
with
cartoon one
no, I'm talking about the
with the
black
ducks.
movie
Oh,
with Vanessa Williams, the light skinned Vanessa Williams. There's two.
oh, okay, okay. That was good. That was
But it's
good.
always we making
That was
somebody
good.
else, and then the ones that's not, then it'd be ratchet.
Right.
Like almost Christmas, that was ratchet.
The
He
preacher's
he was
wife
she
is the preacher's wife is definitely number one.
yeah,
It
because it
is
had a happy ending.
right,
Like
right, right,
it
right,
wasn't.
right.
There was struggles, but they
It was
able to
it
fix.
was like low key Disney.
Yeah, yeah, because it was a church. He owned the church. The preacher's wife was supposed to
Yeah.
be goody,
I
happy.
remember some glimpses of it. I don't remember everything, but no, it was a good
Loretta
movie.
Devine was in it. She's so loud. She always be
Movies like that is
loud.
it's hard because the people that they choose to play in a movie, but they have to get the best portrayal of our culture, what they believe our culture is, and there are educated parts of our culture, but still oriented within the food part of the culture. Still Big Mama part of the culture who still behaves like Big Mama. You know what I mean? Like there's still different aspects of our culture where
Yeah, and
we
they wasn't poor
we
either.
do
They had a
elevate.
house. They was like middle
Yeah,
class kind of, so they was doing well. Cause they always try to depict like everybody is like
yeah.
broke.
They give a glimpse that somebody figured it out. Like granddad figured it out. He worked hard or whatever, and these men today don't work as hard as granddad. And it was a different era. It was a different time. But we should still have the mentality to still want to work hard and still progress. You know what I mean? And that was something that they should have taught more of. We have movies that really showed how hard it is, our hardships. Like we have movies like Juice. You know, we have movies like
I
Boys
love
in the Hood.
juice.
We have movies like Menace to Society. We
Fancy.
have movies like Higher Learning. We have movies like Do the Right Thing. We have all of these movies that show and highlight aspects of our community in some negative aspect that we get together on negative terms. We don't get together on something positive. We try to overcome it to give a message, but we have to go through so many struggles and adversities to get to a positive point where it's like, damn, you got to go through that. You know what I mean? And trying to show people that it's hard. And some people be like, man, I lived in the Bronx or I did this. And everybody has their own belief behind it. But, like New Jersey Drive, the shit with when this boy got shot with the laser pin, like that was
I
crazy
didn't
because
watch that when they
because
were
that was
still in the
something,
cars.
yeah,
I
that was
didn't watch
something real. Like that was like, yo, like that really is mischievous kids out here that be doing stuff because they ain't got no father in their
Kia
house
boys.
and they be doing stuff like that and getting hit. You know what I mean? Like it's real because it's really like our culture, and a lot of people look
Wait,
down
what
on
happened?
us.
I never seen it. They stole the car and one of them got unalive.
It's a long, like they just was, it was a long story. Like it got to a point where something probably happened,
Yeah, they
but
kept on doing
they
that,
just
and then
kept selling
somebody
cars
caught.
and shit when they got older and ended out of prison and a whole bunch of shit.
Oh, so it's not.
But it is about stealing cars. That's what they was doing, taking cars in New Jersey and shit. Little nigga was in school doing stupid shit. Think he was like sophomore or some shit in high school.
Well, they have somebody said there's no black shows on that are positive, but there is a show actually, and well, it's a new show, so maybe we could keep this. I like. Well, I think it's over now though, but it's called. Well, that season ended. I don't know if they're gonna continue it, but that's like the fourth, either
Now
the
we
fourth
have
season.
positive TV shows now,
It's
sitcoms.
what is
We
it
had the
called?
Cosby Show for what it's worth. We had Family Matters.
Yeah, but I'm talking about now. They need to bring it back. So that because that was a long time ago. It's been
Tyler
like
Perry, I mean,
he got a
for
bunch
what
of
it's
different
worth, shout
shows.
out to him.
Some of his he
He
got
got something for
politics.
us.
He got I don't know what I don't watch them other shows, but I be seeing the previews. Like he got
I
all
don't watch
different
none of his shows.
genres of like
I don't watch
TV
none of his
shows.
shows. Not even like being biased. I just don't like.
No,
I
but
guess
what
I
is
guess
it?
it feel like it be being forced. Like when black people being like just being us is natural. Like you feel me? Like you have to live TV us type of shit. Like that's how you get the real authentic what it is. We not cracking jokes all the time. Like when we crack jokes, we sometimes they corny, sometimes they hit, but we not trying to do it. It's just how we move. Like you know what I mean? But we gotta catch that, you know, authentically. To catch it authentically on the big screen, you really gotta have a Denzel. What's her name? How to Get Away with Murder.
I like Cinderella with
What's her name?
Brandy, but another movie that we made over.
That was good. Yeah, yeah, that was good.
And they were very culturally diverse in that movie. They had Asian, they had
We
a
could we
lot of
could throw
black people, and
Aladdin live action joint because Will Smith is in it.
I
We
never
could throw that
watched
in there.
none of the Aladdin. But yeah, if you
Or
let
or we could. I mean, we could even throw in. I mean, these was the animals, but we could throw in the Lion King
yeah,
as a
Lion
Christmas
King, the
movie.
first one. I never watched the other ones because I'm like, I
Cause
don't
when you
want to
think
say it.
Christmas, you think of like family movie type shit.
Pocahontas. I love
Is
Pocahontas.
Pocahontas like a
I just
good?
like the movies because they be singing, and I don't like that many Disney movies. I just like Lion King
I would
and
say Beauty and the
Pocahontas.
Beast would be
I
good.
never even
Like
watched
Beauty
Beauty
and
and
the
the
Beast.
Beast, but they made so many renditions. I seen a rendition of it that came on the Disney Channel. It was like a modern day version of like, but it was with
What
real
is
people. It
so
wasn't.
now I got so now because we got the discussion about Christmas movies, we can move on to the next topic.
A
But
Cinderella
I
story
wanna
too with Hilary
I
Duff.
wanna
I like
definitely
that.
see what's all the best Christmas movies ever.
A Cinderella story is not a Christmas movie, but with Hilary Duff. I don't know. I just like the Cinderella. Some of them was good, but I didn't like the original one. But the some of the remakes. And like I said, I never seen Beauty. But they got. Did you watch Beast? I think
Beast.
it's called Beast. Yeah, because it's Beauty and the Beast. But it's like he's it's not mythical. Like he has a scar or something or a deformity or so. I don't know. Like, but it's like real people. Like in she was a pretty girl, and she like the same concept, but it's like more realistic.
Nah, they gonna put the corny stuff. Now it's some joints that
Wait,
I
what did it
know.
say? I can't see that. It's too small.
I'm looking on this list.
I'm too far. What did it say? You said they gonna put the corny one. Which ones you seen with corny?
Those ain't look right.
What do it say though? Cause I can't see it from here.
I'm going to Mojo.
It doesn't matter what the
Uh,
list is. It's
Nah,
what
cause
we
these are from people that go on this and
we asked
subscribe to
20
this.
people how many. What were the best holiday
Now,
movies?
now for Black,
Oh
the
yeah, that
Best
was
Man
good.
Holiday.
That was
See,
good.
look, see,
But it's drama in
how we
that
get in
too.
there? How we get in there though?
There's drama in there too
So you
because
know what?
well they made up because this is
I'm
after
still gonna
he
do
found
Preacher's Wife.
out
I'm
that
still gonna go with Preacher's Wife. I think it's more Christmassy.
no that is because that's holiday. It really was Christmas. That was like after
Die Hard, yeah, yeah.
Die Hard.
Even though,
Uh,
even though Die Hard wasn't meant to be like a Christmas movie, it's because it was during Christmas. Elf.
I didn't watch
What people think about Elf? I thought Elf was
that. I didn't
funny.
watch that either. Love
Love Actually
Actually.
at number 20.
What is the list? How many?
It's 20.
No, it's not because they just said like five
Nah,
ones
those was
before.
like what it could possibly be. Now they really getting into the list.
Oh,
So Love Actually is 20.
I don't even know what that is.
Me neither. It looks like it's an English people cast movie. So it's like London or some shit. He got his first kiss. Oh, Liam Neeson in it.
I think I did see this,
Okay, Love Actually.
but
So Love Actually
that was
is
corny.
Bad Santa at number 19.
Boo.
Bad Santa. Well,
Cause
why
they just
boo
saying Christmas.
to
So they just put
to
anything.
Bad Santa? Bad Santa is a pretty good movie.
It's ratchet.
It's a Christmas movie.
It's ratchet.
But this is what Americans are watching. Like it is a mixture of that Christmas spirit and um that attitude of that American attitude. Like do you agree that Americans do have everybody in America not in a zesty way, but everybody in America got a little bit of spice to them. Like we all spicy a little bit. Like spicy, like you know what I mean. Like we tough. Like we all a little
Yeah.
right.
I don't know
The
Americans.
the
People.
bishop's wife. So I guess the preacher's wife is a remake of the bishop's wife. Damn, sorry,
See what I mean? Every
sorry.
movie is either it's just
But
ratchet
still, that's
flat
still
out
like.
or it's
So
a
then we
remake
got it.
of
So then
something
we
else.
got it. So we
Well, like
gotta
I
go with
said,
best man holiday. Then we gotta
she
go with
was
that.
dying. The wife, Morris
Yeah, that's
Chestnut's
not
wife,
good. That's a
she had
sad story.
cancer,
She
and
have a baby.
they had this was like 20 years, 10 years later after the wedding, after the fight. They was,
Was there
but they
another
were still
secret?
keeping in touch.
Was it anything bad? But was that a secret? Like, what was the secret?
No, she invited. They were still keeping it. They had made up, kinda. It wasn't like it was, but they were
Polar
still in.
Express number 17. Do
Oh
you
yeah,
disagree?
Polar Express was good. I love that movie. Yeah, I really love it. It's this girl that be online. I look like the little black girl or little Spanish. I think she was Spanish. She looked just like her. She be putting her hair like that.
Everybody be
She
talking about Polar Express. I think I watched it a
Polar
little bit.
Express was so good. I
It
felt
was good.
magical. Like
Okay, so why you ain't say
I
that?
don't
Like you
know,
got your Christmas shit.
cause I like it's a lot of
Cause you,
Christmas
cause
movies.
you, cause you be like, yo, I'm about to go with the black. I like, yo, I love our movies, but I know like I
No,
watch
but
so
I
many
said you're
movies. I
right
wish we have
that
more
we don't
movies,
have
man.
no Christmas. Yeah,
We don't
movies.
have more
Period.
movies, period. Right?
Yeah,
The Nightmare Before Christmas. Shout out
I never watched
to
it.
Suno allowing me to recreate one of the classics
Don't
from.
tell them.
Well,
I don't know.
it's out
If
there.
you put it on the internet, they're gonna be
They
like,
let me
you
publish
shouldn't
this
just
shit.
say. Yeah, but if you put it out
I'm
and
not
they
gonna make
see,
money off of it. I'm just letting it. You know what I mean? I got some shit I'm gonna put out, but I'm also giving some shit out for free
Keep
because
it
I
in
want
the
people to
lab.
hear my shit. Hell yeah, I mean 52 songs. No, 59 songs. About to be 60 songs.
James and the Giant Peach.
For Christmas.
I
These are the
ain't
Christmas
Christmas
list.
though.
15. Number
I
15, The
never watched
Grinch.
The
The
Grinch.
Grinch is actually good. It's actually a classic. Jim Carrey did a really good job.
I know what it is,
Um,
but I never watched
but I'm just saying this is one of those that I didn't even consider. Cause yeah, it is. It's in there.
it. You could tell that's him. You
The
could tell.
original joint, the cartoon one, everybody remember that from like school. Probably some
I
kids
know
was
what it is, and I
remember it in
had
school.
books, but I never watched
They
it.
and then another one in there is the animated one. Oh, but nah, they ain't put the animated one in there. So they might just use this one
And
in the
all the
place of it.
Who's and Whoville.
hmm It was just cool. Like it was just
I
it.
like Chronicles of Narnia. The
That was
Lion, the
that like
Witch, and the
kind of like that
Wardrobe.
was kind of like holiday-ish though. Yeah, that was. That was pretty
And
good.
they go through the
That's a
closet
good
and
family
go
one.
through
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
The original, the cartoon one, or the um
Oh, I ain't
Santa
even
Claus, the Santa
started that.
Claus. How did we not remember that one? That was good. The Santa Claus, the original 1994
Oh, I seen that. It was okay.
with Tim Allen. He became Santa Claus.
Yeah, I remember now. I'm looking at it.
It was kind
But
of cool because his son really like it's always some drama with the father not being near enough or something like that.
just like Jingle All the Way. Jingle All the Way was a good movie too.
That was a
Because
good movie. I'm not taking that from
and
you.
the whole scene when they were
It's a
in the
good one.
parade and his father, imagine that if you're a kid and your father like Turbo Man. And then
Cause that nigga was Diesel.
Sinbad crazy
That
ass
was him back in the day.
Sinbad crazy ass keep trying to steal the action figure and like then the son ended up giving it to him. He was like, why'd you give however, Arnold Schwarzenegger, you know his accent. He's like,
Go back to sleep, kid.
why'd you
This
give
is crazy.
why'd you give it to him? He was like, because I don't need an action figure when I got the real Turbo Man at
I
home.
might watch this. I might watch this and I might watch that.
And then I don't remember that part. He went to the like uh, Santa Claus Emporium or something, and they had like gifts or whatever. These people was all dressed up as like
Scrooge.
elves and
Oh,
Santa Claus.
that's a classic.
And then
With Bill Murray.
they beat them all. He fought them.
Scrooge was so good. This was actually a good movie.
I didn't see this
She
one.
was in it.
Who's that?
What's her name?
Viola Davis.
What? You
No,
know her
that
name?
no, that's Alfred Woodard. I said
Yo, see, look at you.
Viola Davis is How to Get Away with Murder.
Oh, okay. That was a lady name, yeah.
She's from Holiday Heart when she said, "Bless her, bless her." Remember, and she had a
What do you think will be number one?
Holiday
You
Heart,
think Home Alone will be number one
Holiday Heart.
in the list for the US, for the whole US?
That's a Christmas movie.
You think Holiday Heart would be number one in this list?
I think it's like it made you think about Christmas because they had Christmas in the
But do
movie.
you think, honestly, logically, you think that would be number one?
Logically,
Yeah.
what? It's not logic. It's an
Do
opinion
you
about a
okay?
movie.
Your
Do I
logical
think it would be
Muppet
number
Christmas is
one?
number 12. You think it'll be number one?
No, I didn't say that.
Okay. I just asked you,
I just
what do
said
you think
it
would be
was
number
good.
one, and you said Holiday Heart.
I said Holiday Heart is good.
Okay. What do you think would be number one
I
in the
don't know.
Christmas list?
The Preacher's
I would say
Wife.
Home Alone.
Oh, they already put the Preacher's Wife up there, didn't they?
Mm-mm,
They did.
mm-mm. That was for Black Christmas for Black people.
I ain't watched. The Muppets was so stupid.
It was stupid, but it was funny. It's memorable. That's the thing. Frosty the Snowman, the cartoon, yeah,
Jack
1969.
Frost. The Jack Frost, the killer.
the horror movie.
Yeah.
Horror. Now horror different. Like well, horror Christmas, I definitely would say
Black Christmas.
Black Christmas. Yeah, definitely for the cult horror fans. But I don't think too many people with Christmas probably would prefer that movie. To talk about that. Frosty the
Terrified.
Snowman, yeah, this is a memorable one. When
Frosty
I
the
was a little kid, like
Snowman
this was
was a
stuff that used to come on TV. When I was
fairy tale.
little,
And they
I'd
played
be
it
in the
in
house and
school
I was the
too.
only child. I'd be in my grandmother's warm bed and she'd be in there cooking and stuff, and I'd be watching this stuff. So I when I was really little, like this
Yeah, I
was
had tapes
this
and
was
stuff
lit,
of
yo. Like
certain
this,
stuff.
like these little things right here, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, the little weird claymation type of whatever.
I
That
remember
was
that.
pretty cool.
And then it would come on Fox Family too. And I love when Fox
These are
Family would come on,
genuine
or
historical Christmas because when you watch it, like the story of it is really like, oh wow, it's really intriguing. It looks like it ain't shit, but when you watch it, like the storyline and shit, it's like if you're a kid and you really
it
have
was
a
good.
real imagination
Yeah.
like this is really awesome. But when you know that Santa Claus doesn't exist and all this other shit, then and you know that's why I said this is not for kids. If you notice Santa Claus doesn't exist and you're looking at this, you're like, what the fuck? White Christmas, 1954, Paramount Pictures.
Groundhog Day.
Groundhog Day was a good movie. It was a good holiday movie, I guess you could say. It's a holiday. But it was warmer weather. It was getting out of the cold weather. That's what that was about.
Yeah, because it was
But he kept
Groundhog
repeating the
Day.
day over and over
Yeah,
again.
and they
That was
made
crazy.
mad movies like
That
that
was
now.
wild. Yeah.
That the day
That
keep repeating.
that was the shit.
They
That
always do
started
that
it.
though. When a certain type of movie come out, then they start making mad different movies. Like
They always got shit
it
like
was a
this.
movie where
White
she would
Christmas.
die
I don't
every
think I
day.
ever watched this. I think I might watch this though. I don't know.
Mm.
I'm not like a big musical fan like that though, but some of them
Grease.
are like National Lampoon's Vacation. That's number eight,
I didn't like it.
1989.
It was okay. It just
It's
came on.
funny.
It just came on the TV. I just
Oh
turned it
wow,
on.
that's when she was super young, yo.
Who was that?
Julia, whatever her name is,
Styles.
National. I mean, Natural Born Killers.
Mm.
Yeah, he's a good. He plays a good role as a father and trying to keep himself sane through all the bullshit.
Did you see Serial Mom with Ricky? What's that
I
called?
seen that. Ricky Lake, yeah.
Yeah.
They got cool movies that that we could like. We when we see people we like in the movies, there's a little bit. But
Yeah, cause they can act
Elf,
good.
Elf was number seven.
I don't like
Elf was number seven. I'm a Will Ferrell fan,
that. I
so
know.
anything Will Ferrell, man, he was fucking just ridiculous.
I don't think I watched it. I've
A
seen
big
bits and
ass
pieces
kid,
of it,
like
but then I
playing a big
turned.
ass kid, like he was a grown man playing a kid. Like, was he really an elf that just
He
had
taller
like?
than everybody in there, even
Nah,
the
he wasn't
regular
really an elf.
people.
His father um knew he was special or some shit.
No, but I'm saying it sounds crazy because he's taller than everybody in the room. All them regular people, they
Yeah,
like
this is a
yeah,
wild story,
and
and
he
he wear
walking
this
around
costume
dressed up
all
to
the
that shit.
time. Like, yeah, like that's number eight. That's what America likes. Like, y'all really
Yeah,
like
y'all
this?
like that goofy shit.
Yeah, that's what black people are about. Identifying that goofy shit. Like, yo, like what the fuck? This shit funny though. It's funny, but it ain't something like my family wouldn't really understand this movie. Like Home Alone, yeah. You know why? Like stuff like this is something that you stumble upon, but it's not really our culture. But it was like a good Christmas type of shit because they made it a big thing. Put it on TV, they gave it a lot of
Kevin.
publicity. This was a really big movie for Macaulay Culkin. This was
and
huge.
then he
I'm
smoked it all
surprised
away.
that it's where it is on the list.
Cause it's not, and like you
What you mean
said,
it's not? I
cause
just
like
watched
you
this the
said,
other day. I watched this
no,
like
but
last
like you
night.
said, it's something you stumble upon. Like I wouldn't have just watched it. Like
I
I
watch
probably
it around
flicking
this time because
with
I be
you
thinking about Christmas.
now,
Like,
cause you already seen it. But
yeah.
I'm talking about when you
When I was a
initially
kid,
watched it. Yeah,
yeah,
that shit just came
I
on.
watched it as a kid.
Yeah.
I had the tape. My grandmother had got me the tape.
Mm.
I had all three of these shits.
You was
Miracle on
trying.
34th
You
Street.
was trying to make booby traps.
Mm,
Yeah.
I don't think I ever did that.
you you was bad. I feel like you would do something like that, and you like to play
It was
pranks.
clever. It was clever, but he did a lot of work. He did a lot of shit.
Like the Parent Trap. You seen the Parent Trap
Parent Trap was
with
good. That was a good
Lindsay
movie.
Lohan? That's cute. Disney love. They always do that bullshit.
Hmm.
Like, oh, they split up and took one kid, and they took the other one. Then you come back together.
We really
Like,
got we got memorable movies like for us for like good like loving basketball. But I
oh yeah, that's
we
good.
could watch that on Christmas, like, but that's like more like it is a good Christmas movie actually. That's a good movie to watch on Christmas, like I would say.
It's just like a
It's
good
a good
vibe.
romantic movie,
Like
bringing people back together. People can enjoy themselves or
soul
whatever.
food is good. It's
Soul food
sad,
is really
but it's
good.
good.
Soul food is really good for something like that, but it is sad, but it's bringing the family together. The idea is the family still coming together, knowing, grandma is there. This is something to celebrate with her. That'll be a good movie for the family when, we doing everything for grandma so she don't have to work so hard, you know what I mean, or something like that. That is a good movie for that.
And
The
Michael B.
Scrooge, the
John,
originals, the
the
movie Scrooge came in here. I think this like number 4.
I never seen it.
When they see, but you know the concept of the Scrooge. You
Yeah, 'cause
see
I
all the
seen the
ghosts.
one with Vanessa.
The different, yeah.
Mhm.
It'd be
I mean, but
surprising
I read the
if
book
that came up. That'd be
before, so.
surprising if that came up. That
But I
one.
mean, but I knew the story. There was a book or something. I knew the general idea. But that's the only one that I actually. Then there was something that came on TV too,
Scrooge,
something else. But I
1951.
don't
Oh yeah, cause
remember that one.
remember that little. Everybody remember the little kid. A Christmas Carol, 1938. They made them
I
so many
just
different
watched
times.
Scrooge. It's a horror
Charlie
movie.
Brown. Oh yeah, number 3. Charlie Brown Christmas.
I just
Charlie
watched
Brown Christmas is
Scrooge,
number 3.
a horror movie. Scrooge.
Oh, was it good?
Yeah, actually, because it was on Tubi.
Did you ever see a Charlie
2007.
Brown Christmas? It used to come on ABC
I
like
didn't
all the
really
time.
watch. I mean, I remember it a little bit, but I never watched the
Like they
movie.
had stuff that came on regular TV just all the time on Christmas. Like, of course,
I
the fucking
probably seen
Christmas
it, but
Story.
I don't.
That's what I think is gonna be number one. It was gonna either be Home Alone or Christmas Story. I bet you Christmas
I don't
Story is
like A
number one.
Christmas Story.
I know. Oh, number 2, Christmas Story. That's
It
fucked
shouldn't
up.
even be that far.
It's fucked up. It
They
is.
dumbass
1983,
stick
Christmas
your
Story.
tongue to a frozen pole. Why would you do
Nah,
that?
but it was all about the BB gun. I'll shoot your eye out. Yeah. And then when you beat that boy up, that too. I liked it, yo. I liked this movie.
Mm.
Cause it was like little things about Christmas, like this. Just looking at this train track, like that was cool with the fake snow. Like it just was like, thinking that Santa Claus was gonna bring you what you wanted. You know what I mean? Bring your father from prison. You know what I mean? Whatever it was, you was just thinking, mom cooking, making a ham,
Badass kids.
getting some desserts, getting some cookies, getting some chocolate milk. People so mad about they talking about the controversy of that not being number one. Honorable mention because
Well,
it was number 7
what is it? That's still it.
for number one. Jingle All the Way
Uh,
was an honorable mention.
uh,
1996.
how is it
It was good.
honorable?
No, it was good. It should have been in there. Arthur Christmas, 2011. That was another honorable mention. I don't even know about this.
I don't know what that is.
Arthur Christmas. Christmas Tale, aka Un Conte de Noel, foreign film,
It's
independent. The Holiday, 2006. That was good. That was actually good.
And
It
then
was
one
heartwarming.
with Jack Black.
Yeah, it was heartwarming because you wanted them to be happy. The Apartment, 1960. United Artists.
These are all honorable.
These are all honorable mentions. What do you think is number one? Since it wasn't, wow, what could number one be?
The
And we didn't.
Preacher's Wife.
Yo, right? That'd be great. Yo, that'd be crazy. That'd be crazy.
That ain't it.
What's number one? What is number one? Oh my goodness. I don't know. What could number one be?
Why are they showing people on the run? What is happening?
Preview commercial.
Mm,
The suspense build up.
the Cheetah Girls.
It's a Wonderful Life, number
I don't even
one,
know what that is.
1946. RKO Radio Pictures. Why is it
And
number
nobody
one?
knows what that is
I'm
either.
going to watch it because if it's number one, it's something about it that brings really the spirit of a real, true American historical Christmas. That why would people think that? Why would
That's
people
all the white
believe?
people.
Well, yeah, this is culturally biased. Definitely, there wasn't really anything. But what was something that was black that came up in
It was something.
here? It was what did we say?
Go back. I don't know.
Damn, what's that? I know we
They
had
said
one.
a lot. They said Jingle All the Way. That's not black. They said um Elf. Last Holiday. Did they say Last Holiday? Or we said that? I think they put Friday after next. So that's it. And Almost Christmas.
We almost ain't make the list though. Wherever we was at, if
I
we did
see.
make it, oh shit, we didn't make the list.
Yes, we did. They put after Friday after next. Um, just forget it. Well,
I
we did
want to
have some
know.
up there. It was. It said Best Man Holiday.
That
Wasn't
was
that?
well. That was for black.
Oh, well, I don't remember. We know that we have some. It don't matter what
Uh,
they think.
shit. Right. That's what I'm talking about. Fuck what they think. 25, 25 best movies. You know what? I really be thinking about this though, because when holidays come up, that's the only because I love watching movies. So when holidays come up, that's the only thing I really think about is like what's the best movie to watch. I'm gonna check out some of these a little bit later on. I don't want to get too off track. Still got a few more topics to discuss. But shit, I when I think about like two of those movies that was in there, I could honestly say personally, I did enjoy those movies growing up as a kid. The majority of them movies I probably never seen. I never really had an interest in watching. Around Christmas, I probably was watching Die Hard. I probably was watching some type of action movie, some type of horror movie. Um, just something that we was just doing together as a family was just okay. It didn't matter what we was watching.
Yeah,
But
or the
yeah, Home
game is
Alone, I
on or
definitely would
something.
watch Home Alone. I would love that to watch that with the family.
Kevin,
Yeah, it was just so cool, like the whole
how the
shit.
hell you leave your kid and go on a catch a flight with your whole family and leave your son in the house?
That was
Like, where
definitely
they do
yo,
that?
that was bad parenting, bro. Like that was really that was the worst parenting
She was like, I feel like
ever.
I'm forgetting something.
And
Like,
that's what people
bitch.
always remember. People always remember how bad parents that they were because it happened twice with the same fucking kid. Like, and this time you went to another country. It just got worse. You know what I mean? And you left the kid at a fucking hotel. He got the damn shout out shout out to Turkey. He got the whole damn fucking what you call it uh card. I'm sorry. he got the American Express card. He's maxing it out, buying all types of crazy shit um on on the hotel tab and everything, and it's just crazy. Like, and then these dudes is just trying to get him, and he's pretending that he got his father in there. Then he runs into Santa Claus like that. I think part two of Home Alone is probably more Christmas magical than the first one because it was like it really brought them together. Like it was like, yeah, there doesn't need to be a sequel to this. Like Kevin McAllister learned his lesson. He's gonna appreciate his family more.
But he did.
The other one wasn't him. It was another kid.
Mhm.
It was some random kid. They always tried. They tried to redo it because they try to recreate that Christmas.
Dennis the
Christmas is
Menace.
comedy. Dennis the Menace. So you just all right. So what's the best movie? Like family movie you want to say, or you
Yeah,
want to just say
yeah,
holiday because
yeah. Cause that's not
it's
holiday.
holiday movies. You don't care about the holidays.
I mean, we.
You just don't
Mm,
like what's a good family movie overall? The best family movie that you could think of.
I mean, we said the holidays. We said Jack Frost, the whoever. But then
There's
it's the
there's
cartoon one.
more.
Uh,
There's shoot,
we said Jingle All the Way.
Jingle All the Way.
We
Yeah.
said Preacher's Wife. Almost Christmas. This Christmas. Um, 3 days. Like I said, I like that. It was because she got hit by a car and they was
Whatever it
fighting
was with them
and
shits with the sing along shits with the
no,
bouncing shit.
this wasn't no singing
Oh, okay.
though. This was this wasn't a musical. Like she died and the angel came, and then he said you have 3 days to do over again so that she knows that you love her before she go. But on the third day she gonna go again. So he basically get to do because they was fighting having issues whatever
Mm.
because he was working a lot and um so yeah, and I think he had cheated on her in the past. So there was issues. And she ran outside because they was arguing and got hit. And she was walking a lady dog or something. I don't know. He tried to stop her from going too because the guy told him it's gonna happen again. He's like, you can't stop it. And then she was like, because the neighbor, because the day came again, so the neighbor was like, can you go get my dog around? He was like, why can't she go get it? He trying to keep her in the house. And she's like, she's 83.
Mm.
She was like, I'll be back. It's okay. And he was like, but you gotta stay here. You gotta. And then she was like, I'm gonna go. I'll be right back. Relax or whatever. So cause they had made up and everything. Everything was going good, and he didn't want her to. Then the angel locked the door when she ran out. He was like, open the door. He was like, you know, you can't change this. This her fate is still going to be the same. And the angel was black. He played in Little Man, not Little Man. What was that? Ladies Man.
Mm.
That guy. He was the angel, and he um then he let him go, and he put himself in front of the car, but then he let him survive. He was in the hospital, and he came in there and said, "Psh," and then he got a pulse, yeah, a heart rate or whatever, because he was in a coma, but he wasn't in there for that long. Because he was like, you can't change fate. He was like, if you try to do that, it could make something else go wrong. He's like, I'll do anything. He was like, anything?
Mm.
Like, so then he got hit. And then, but it was good. It was sad. But he lit. I was like, oh my God, I hope. I'm like, you better make him wake up. Like, because she was crying. And she was like, wake up, wake up.
So let me ask you this: what brings a traditional when you think okay when you look at because you're a younger generation, so your generation when you look at American tradition coming up, right, from the cultural aspect. a black girl from what's your generation? Z?
We in the same generation.
We are?
Yeah, we looked it
If
up
I
the
was
other
born in
day.
85 and you was born in 91, does that put you in the same thing? Just make sure.
Yeah, we looked it up the other day.
All right.
Cause I was like, what? You were like, what thing are you in? And the years is the same.
Okay.
What is 85 to 91? What is it called?
Because we might be Gen Z.
Our generation. That's what I was trying to figure out. Forgot what I was saying. Millennial, Gen Y.
Gen Y. So 85 to 91 is a millennial. I'm a Gen Y millennial.
But it's 81 to 96. But I put these years because that's where what years we were born. But it's from 81 to 96. But I don't know. Then it be saying different because the other one said it still says it said like 81 to 2000 or something. So it be varying by different numbers. But I know it's the same. But it's just off by a few digits. But they all still show it's us in the same time. But I was younger then, so I wasn't able to see, understand stuff, or wasn't watching the same stuff you was.
So you just made it. So you,
I didn't just
so you
made it
could
91.
so you could
96
get an
just
get an understanding of it a little bit. But
I didn't just make it.
there's a lot going on, man, in that period of time. It was an interesting
Early
period of time.
90s, it wasn't pearly and shiny.
It was different. It was just a lot different. I mean, Christmas. I'm gonna tell you
What is
something.
that?
Christmas was different in 1992. Look up Christmas in New Haven in 1992. Just look that up. Christmas in New Haven on the Green in
They
1992.
put the tree.
But look how beautiful it was. Christmas
They don't have no branches in
in
there.
1992. And then when you came home, Christmas was even crazier because we had the Christmas with the real tree one year. We had the Christmas with the fake tree. We had the Christmas with the white tree. We had the Christmas with the all different trees. And then it was like no more trees. You know, it's a process. It was something that we like to do as a American tradition, but it wasn't really like
They had performance.
they had a performance on the green. They had the news out there, everything. Games for the kids. The buses run down. All the decorations on all the storefronts.
Got a
The mall was
snowman.
lit. The tree was up.
It
It was
was
lights.
mad people.
It was like New York.
This was 4 years ago.
This was like New York. This was 4 years ago.
That's what it said at the time.
Oh, don't you put 1990? Damn, that's crazy. Well, shit,
I put 1992, but
it's supposed to be. Maybe somebody made it 4 years ago. They made the video 4 years ago, but that's supposed to be like from back then. But anyway, it used to really look like Christmas. Like in the car, driving down the post road, going to the mall, seeing all the lights everywhere and everything. It was beautiful to me. Like in the city, I was a city mouse. You know what I mean? I just really like being in the city, seeing all the lights, going into the mall, seeing the atmosphere of everything, getting to try different things, getting to try a little dessert at one of the stops in the mall. You know what I mean? Like it was Christmas. Like you see the toy that you want, you're like, oh, I want that. If you with the right grandparent, you might get it. Feel me? No shade, but sometimes, yo, like I remember Christmas. Christmas was fire, yo. It was thorough. It was fun. It was great to be a kid. You got that game that you wanted. You get to play that game all day. Handheld game. Handheld games was dope too.
Yeah, they used to
You
have
get a
them at
little
the flea
cartridge for your
market.
Game Boy Advance, or you get
Oh,
a
I
little
had that too.
the handheld with the battery joints. You get
Valerie gave me a
the
Game Boy
little
Advance.
regular handheld joints you talking about like this.
Yeah, the ones
Yeah,
from I had some of those, and they had a bunch of different
those
games.
was thorough too.
But I did have a Game Boy Advance. I had a fuchsia one, and Aunt Valerie had got it for me, and I left it on the school bus. I left it in my purse, and I loved it. I had Rocket Power. I had Rugrats,
Mm.
and that's it. I think those were the only games I had. So, and I didn't even have it for that long, but I loved it. Because I like to play games, so I would like be carrying it around with me. Mom told me not to bring it to school.
It was some
Yeah. And
thorough
I
games.
like that pocketbook too that it was in, so it was a double thing. Like it was a nice pocketbook.
It was some thorough games back in the day, man. Games was fun. Now they got
Yeah.
these little emulator consoles. Like have like
They
all
got
these different
Sonic
games up
Racing,
there.
but it's like Mario Kart. And they got Disney, but it's
Mm.
like Mario Kart.
Remember you ever play Smash Brothers?
Yeah.
Oh, Smash Brothers
With
is
Mario.
dope. Smash Brothers got everybody in it. It's got like some Capcom people in it, got Pokemon in it,
Um,
everything. Like that shit's crazy.
Pokemon.
Yo, that shit.
You get Pikachu.
Look at
Pika,
let me show
Pika.
you Smash Brothers. Smash Brothers is wild.
I wanna be the very best that no one ever was. To catch them is my real test. To train them is my guard. Pokemon, I will travel across the land, searching far and wide. The Pokemon to understand the power that's inside. Pokemon, gotta catch 'em, it's you and me.
This is what it looks like.
I know it's my destiny.
So you come out, you got two
You're my
different
best
spots
friend
that you
in
find the
the
person on. You
world
got
was
different
to
arenas,
spend.
right? And they give you like little platforms that you go on. If they go out the platform, they fall off the thing, then they lose. They just using a like a Pokemon arena to fight it.
You
But
could
that's
change the
Mario.
arena.
You could change the different arenas, different stages. It's a fun game. It's a fun two-player game, but it's hard.
Yeah, I heard of it. I never played it before.
Mario kind of thorough, but like if you fly out, boom, you done. And then you can get power if you get
I
the
like Mortal
star and you
Kombat.
hit them. They fly all the way out. That's automatically KO, like because
I
you could
like
hit them so
Mortal
far.
Kombat. I like X-Men, like the fighting.
But they be having different ones. Let's see. Is this one?
Street Fighter.
They got all different types of characters.
They have that in their Street Fighter. I was saying
I
Street
don't think
Fighter
they
is
got
a
Street
good
Fighter in
game.
there.
I wasn't
But
saying.
I know when this is what I used to talk about when I said we used to make games. This is what I meant. New game. George Jetson. Let's see what this looks like. So this is I think this is gonna be Mugen, unless it's some BS they just put up here. But Mugen is like a 2D fighting game like Street Fighter. But you use
Are you again?
any character that you could think of from a comic book or a comical or a cartoon reference. And you could create them into a scenario and put them into a fight in the game. Millions of combinations, not even thousands, millions of combinations, because any character that you can think of that's animated or even real life that you can animate, you can put into this game. But you just have to create a, a template
George Jetson versus
or a
who?
layout. George Jetson versus Aardvark. To Patty Frelink Enterprises, I guess. That's another cartoon character versus George Jetson. They made the background like the Jetsons background. So he made a home court advantage type of shit. He's got powers from his universe fighting against this character. And this character is using things from his universe. Little cartoon antics against each other. and a
Yeah.
like Street Fighter
Yeah.
type of environment. Would you like to play a game like that?
Yeah.
You think that would be fun?
Yeah.
This is you could make this shit. You could literally download this shit for free on your computer. You download it into a zip file, and then you unzip the file onto your device, preferably a computer. Like put it up here, and then you could put everything up there and extract everything, and then you go into the configuration, and you can change things to whatever you want. Change the music, figure out, go into ChatGPT and get yourself audio soundtrack template for Mugen game. Say what version you have, put it in there, and then it'll give you the configuration. Copy and paste, put that shit back in there, save it, and then restart the game. Play the game because you're gonna have to have a little widget that you can put on the screen. Click on it to start the game when you want to play it, and then you play it and make your keyboards whatever actions you want it to do. Or you can have a controller that you can hook up to the USB and play it. It sounds like a lot,
I could put stuff on the TV, but that TV broke. I don't know what's wrong with it
this
in my
but
room.
it's better on a laptop to the TV instead of on the TV because the laptop has more space and is more capable of holding something like that. So if you have it up here and you mirroring it, you're taking all of the information
Yeah,
from
I know,
off of
but I
here.
don't got the space. If
So
I
yeah,
try
so it's
to put
external.
stuff, it
It's
would
a
be.
lot better. A lot better. And it'll move a lot faster.
Yeah, because it would be. I had some games on the TV, but I had to delete them because and then they keep updating, so it would. Um,
But this shit is dope, man. Me and E, you know how much of a nerd he is. Me and him used to be playing these shits all the time. But let me get back to the topic. My bad, y'all.
uh,
These are, I mean, around the holidays, like this. These are the discussions that I mean, we could talk about the drama all day, but around the holidays, man, these are the discussions that we should be having because really, that's what we really want to encourage is families getting together. And I think movies and American culture are really the cornerstone of getting families together. It's really good movies that make us really connect with each other. Like we always be like, all right, yo, we getting together, we doing something. Families like to talk, right? We eat and watch movies.
the Bone Collector.
That's our thing. That's a good movie. Families get together and they watch movies. Like what are families getting together and watching?
Whatever's on the TV,
Right,
somebody pick
whatever's on the
pick
TV.
up the remote and put on a
Right.
game or whatever whoever picks up the remote and they turn it on. It
I
don't
would
be
say
like
for
we never
me,
sit down and be like,
the
oh, we
funny
gotta
the
watch.
funny Christmas stuff is always the best stuff. But it don't necessarily have to be Christmas, but like anything holiday or anything related to because I never really cared about the happy ending movies, like the You Got Mail with Meg Ryan and Tom Hanks. I never cared about that stuff. I care more about action, like Demolition Man. Like we could watch that with the family. Like the family movies for me as a Black American would be more like what I've seen on the silver screen. Probably would have been anything action related, like an action movie, like a good Die Hard, Lethal Weapon. This is just old school coming up movies. Um, Speed. Speed wasn't really that good. It wasn't that great.
Good
I
burger.
think I think a good Steven Seagal movie coming up was really a good in our culture was a really good movie because Steven
Well,
Seagal had
Merch
that
for
edge
Death.
to him. He not even just that one because that was the one with the Jamaicans in it, but the Stephen King, I'm sorry, Steven Seagal movies really captured me because he had that grit, that urban grit, and that really like drew us more to him because he was more like the Italian type of dude, but it made you feel like Brooklyn, it made you feel like New York, it made you feel like East Coast. So he gave you that feel,
I love exit movies.
and he used to always break people down in the movies or whatever in the late '80s or whatever, and that was really like it brought East Coast more to the to cinema to be more focused, like with that we have more depth in our movies, and
What
it
was
was like good action.
what was that movie with Praz and Ja Rule?
I don't know.
They was rappers.
I don't know. What was it?
They was rappers. They was trying. They was I don't know. It
It
was
probably
weird.
wasn't that great. Like some movies, like I ain't gonna hold you. Like the movies that I think about when I think about my culture that really stood out was Malcolm X. Always be number one on my list. Um,
Turn it up.
that was really a good movie. Lean on Me. That was
Yeah,
really a great movie.
yeah, it was.
Um, what else could I
You never
say?
seen Turn It Up?
I think I did, but that wasn't really something I really like. I guess You Got Served kind of was a
Yeah, you
movie
got there. I've seen
that
it so many
probably was
times.
pretty
It's a
decent.
good family
It's a
movie.
it's a it was decent. It had a decent message.
Yeah.
It was light. It was vanilla.
Come on, it was B2K.
Um, it was
You
alright. It
cried.
was alright.
He cried when Lil Saint died. He punched a hole in the wall.
Yo,
They said he really did
do it for Lil Saint. Yo, they did it for Lil Saint. That was yo. It was good. It was good. It was good. I ain't gonna hold you. Paid in Full.
Yes,
Paid in Full is definitely a good movie for our culture. Belly
yes.
definitely was one of those, and I don't even care. Fuck it.
Paid
Whether it
in
was
Full is
hood,
not a
it
family
don't
movie.
matter. But I'm saying like for our culture,
Yeah.
what really was like a good
New Jack. New Jack
Juice definitely.
City. Yeah.
Juice definitely was a good movie to tie the
He was
family
like,
together. Boys in the Hood, I think Boys in the Hood probably would be like one of the top black family get together movies that not on occasion, not holiday type, but like a movie like we all could recognize like being like, yeah, we could see the thing. Poetic Justice probably too, because we could see the whole
yeah, that's cool.
picnic aspect, the drama aspect of it, but it's some depth of it of our culture. She's a poet, she's always writing poetry, and she's also a singer that we recognize. And I also think the American Dream, the Michael Jackson movie
Yeah, that's the
with
family movie.
Angela Bassett, and oh my god, like that's probably um one of the best one of the best movies that I could think of that we probably came out with like a long time ago that we can honestly say it's probably like, yeah, that's definitely one of our greatest movies that we probably put together out there as like a showing something of a movie to show how great something was until this new movie. If this new movie is really good, then I have to reconsider that. But Michael Jackson, like, he was just himself. You know how popular the movie Moonwalker was, the whole Moonwalker little.
I didn't see
You never saw Moonwalker? We gotta watch that. We got before I leave. We gotta watch.
it. I don't
Please,
want to watch
please,
it.
please, can we watch it? Cause
It's
I
about
just
people
watched it.
doing a moonwalk.
No,
What
oh
is it
my
about?
god, yo, you gonna enjoy it because
What is it about?
it's not like nobody walking on the moon. It's
What
just
is it?
it's like a so Michael Jackson made like
He's in it.
yeah.
I don't want. It's about him. What is
It's
it like a
not about
documentary?
it's a movie like it's okay. You gotta see it to understand what I'm saying. Is dope. They made yo, it could have been the only reason they didn't make it the way it was supposed to be made is because it's a movie. The only reason they didn't make it the way it was supposed to be made was because um they didn't have the
What was it about? Because you still didn't say.
no, it's not really about any, it's like a journey kind of adventure type of shit. Like it's like it's cool. Like it's the songs, and then he makes it into a movie, and then it's like a movie, and it's like a whole thing. But it was, they had it in the movie theaters, and but he was doing his shows at the time, so he couldn't premiere it the way they wanted to premiere it. So they just premiered it on TV. But they made so much money off of merchandise, off of so many paraphernalia, and so many things about the movie because it was such a great hit. That's what I'm trying to tell you. It wasn't just like some music video or something like that. It was pretty in depth, yo. Like it was dope. Like it was actually good.
You.
I'm a fan, but it was
Yeah.
actually good though. I know how you are. I know you be like, yo, and it was actually good. It was actually entertaining. And it's got some people that you probably remember from watching in movies growing up and something like that. Some kids that was in it. Um, but it was just like a story. So Joe Pesci was in it. Joe Pesci had kidnapped this little girl, and they had to go through this whole shit to try to get the girl. But it was just the magic of Michael. He's just so great. You know what I mean? But it's like a whole thing. But yeah, it was dope. It was definitely dope.
You're. You were saying.
Yo, no, I'm not. Yo, I'm telling you, it was dope. We'll watch it. We'll watch it. But what do you think about getting wedding rings from Walmart? Like if your dude wants to propose to you, there's some circumstance where he can't afford the right type of ring. If he gets you a wedding ring and you find out
If
it's
you
from
can't
Walmart
afford it,
and it
then
was
don't get one.
two uh 2 for 1, buy one get one.
If you can't afford it, then don't get one. I could wait
So
if you want to give me something.
so you okay with a BOGO?
No, I
With a
said
BOGO wedding
don't.
ring?
I said don't get anything if you can't afford it.
Oh,
You can
it don't
propose or
matter if you
whatever.
got it. Like you just don't want the symbol. You don't care.
We don't need everybody know. I
So
would say
you don't want the logo.
we could get
Just say
we
it.
could
You
get
don't want.
tattoos if
That's
you want to
lit.
do
That's
that.
lit though. I like the tattoo idea. That's lit. That is lit.
And
That's
then
lit.
when you're ready, if
That's
you
lit. But yo, the BOGO, you already know. You already
I
know.
don't
You
want
not.
nothing that's gonna turn my skin is sensitive.
Nah,
So when
no,
I
it's made out of that good shit. The shit
was
that the
sterling silver
might be sterling silver. Might be sterling silver by BOGO. Sterling
from
silver.
Payless BOGO.
Nah, chill. He ain't get it from there. He got it from somewhere else.
You said from Walmart. There
He got
ain't
it
no
from
jewelry.
he got it from Walmart.
That's that's gonna
Walmart
turn
got good
that's
jewelry.
gonna turn
If
your
you pay the
face.
right price, that's some good jewelry. But nah, but I don't know.
Um,
Listen,
I
what
never got no jewelry from there,
what
so I don't know.
what I was told
And I don't even really
was that it is
wear
the thought
jewelry.
that counts.
That's why I
If you
said
really
I don't
care,
care if you can't
when
get
you're
it.
able to get it, we can change it.
Yeah. But you don't need to get nothing if you don't have. Don't even worry about wasting money on that neither.
Right.
If I'm gonna get rid of it anyway.
But you gotta have a plan. If you try to get a ring and all that,
Listen,
what's your plan?
I don't care about that.
Wedding ring from
Who
Walmart.
knows if I even
I'll
get
tell you
married?
this. Wedding ring from
We don't
Walmart.
even gotta get married. We could just be
But do you think that's a good
like.
indication of finding out what type of woman that you with? Because if she's really upset about you getting her a wedding ring from Walmart, does that
It
mean
depends
that
on
you
how she handles it.
okay?
Because then she may be upset, right? Because maybe she has a certain perception of how she wanted her life to be. Like some women, we imagine, like, oh, this is my ring. This is the one. Like they imagine their wedding and stuff. I was not that woman, but some women do are like that. So they, but it depends on how you react to it. Like if you understand, you know the man that you with, he not a loser, he is working, but right now it's not a good idea to spend that type of money. So you should understand that if he is doing something with his life, and it's not like he's not bringing in any income or whatever. So Wait
So
till
what
he
the fuck
able
you
to
getting
do it.
that Walmart ring for? Nigga? You ain't doing good. Don't even propose to her. Cause you know what that mean. That mean that you gotta take care of her, nigga. You can't do that shit if you getting a
Well, just
BOGO
because you
fucking
can't
from
afford a
Walmart.
ring, that doesn't mean that because you probably have the money if you're working, but you're taking away
Don't
from
even
something
waste your
else.
money to get that piece
That's
of
what I'm
shit.
saying. Don't get nothing
The fuck?
until you can.
But the way she reacted to it was fucked up. On you
Wait,
do it
what
on
happened?
live. Well he posted it on live like when he was doing it, like
And
giving
what
it to
happened?
her. Let's just watch the video. That's interesting.
There, the movie said, "What about your friends?" And two of the people was sleeping with the other people partner. One had a baby, and the girl got, but she didn't tell her boyfriend that he wasn't the father. Then the other girl got pregnant. What is she doing? She doing sign language.
Nah, she doing it.
Um,
But that's not how this shit works. It's real love, but you can't marry me with no fucking Walmart ring. Marry you with whatever I want to marry you with, as long as it's genuine love, bro.
yeah, she
But
ratchet.
you fucked up right now. I ain't got shit going on. You got me 2 rings from Walmart asking me do I want to get married. They're 2 for 20. Fuck is you talking about? So you can swap them out. Ain't nobody doing that. Ain't nobody doing that.
He said 2 for 20,
Two
like
for
it's
20. You can
McDonald's.
swap them out.
You don't. And you throwing this shit in my face because I ain't got the money right now? Bare minimum. You get the bare minimum when you bought these fucking rings. I ain't got the money right now. You trying to make it seem like I'm crazy. I'm not crazy. Walmart rings is diabolical. To get 2 fucking Walmart rings, that's fucking diabolical. You said, bro, this shit is. You make it seem like I'm ungrateful. I'm
She
not
got the
ungrateful.
cake
I'm
too.
not
And
I ain't
he
gonna
ungrateful.
hold
bought
you.
his own ring.
She definitely got the cake.
How you bought your own ring too? You supposed to get your ring.
Put shit on layaway and tell me you got the ring for layaway.
I got two, so you ain't gotta get one. Like you gonna be a mad thoughtful.
And Trump just cut the EBT.
She got that cake. You keep on showing her cake.
I'm not gonna lie, like I'm irritated. I'm hot.
She got the DS face. Don't even hold you.
You can't marry me with no fucking Walmart ring.
Definitely got the DS
She
face.
does mad
Bro,
brown.
I'm not gonna wear these.
All right, so bottom line, listen. I don't know. I'm not saying that you should expect that reaction when you give your girl a Walmart ring, but come on, man. You know what you're dealing with. You got her a Walmart ring and told her, at least if she ain't know type shit, but you're gonna know. You're gonna know. If you smart, you're gonna know.
She was mad rude, like,
She was
cause
rude about
he
it, but
didn't have
that
to.
nigga crazy though. He wild for being bold about it like that. Yo, shout out to him for being bold like that anyway.
Why he recorded?
Cause he wilding, cause he already knew what time it was. He probably had another one in the tuck after the video. This just for likes. Maybe he did that, but that was crazy.
He did to see what she was gonna do.
Walmart ring, 2 for 20. He said.
Cause that's what some guys say they do. They'll be like, "Can you pay for I left my wallet or whatever just to see?" But then if you don't say nothing, they just be like, "All right." Then they be like, "Never mind." And Mano say that they say he sent the money back to her after, but he just want because they want to know that you're not going to think about. I don't like them playing games. Like just pay attention.
I mean, if you're
Like look
gonna
at
do it, then you're gonna do it, whether they playing games or not. Like if you really
yeah,
gonna
but
do
if
it,
I
then
find
I
out that
appreciate
you
it.
did that on purpose, like
But
just
I'm
to be, I'm
appreciating
not
that you
like that
that you could do
anyway. I
that for
don't have
me,
the
and I know that you
energy.
might need it. I'm gonna hook you up
I
because
don't
I
have
just
the
did that.
energy to argue anyway. I would have just did it. Like I don't want to cause a scene and do all that. But if I find out that you just playing games, like you did that just to see how I react, like I don't like the idea of that because it's like you playing games.
Right.
Like
I agree. I agree with that. Um. So this is what the showrunner was, famous opera singer who may not be familiar, Jubilant Sykes. And for a lot of people who don't know, I wanna give him put some respect on his name. Music is I'm a big fan of music. Not saying that not saying necessarily that all music is good music and music is everything over education and science and all that stuff. But music has a place in culture and society and just being just one of the great developments of human society in general. Like music is a beautiful thing that we possess, and opera music is very popular. And for this for this individual, he's extremely well known and was very progressive in his craft. And I want to give respect to him because we don't have many in our particular culture that we could really recognize. Like, oh yeah, this dude is a really great whatever. You know what I mean? So I just really want to give him his flowers, and I want you guys to hear just a little of this is. So it's an article. I'm not gonna I'm not gonna ask you to read it. I'll read it. It's a lot, but
I can't see that from
it is basically about what happened with the singer. His name is they had the music playing. His name is Jubilant Sykes, and he was found deleted at his Santa Monica home on December 8th, 2025. So this happened just recently. This happened about a week and a half ago. Age 71 years old, so he lived a pretty good life. Police arrived and found him injured with critical injuries consistent with um, stabbing. Paramedics pronounced him deleted. His son Micah was arrested and charged. 3 miles to the east, 6 days later in Brentwood, multiple Emmy Award winner, producer, director Rob Reiner or Renner, uh, age 78, and his wife Michelle, age 68, found also stabbed to death at their home in Brentwood Sunday, December 14th, 2025. So this was like 7 days ago. Their daughter Romy discovered them. Los Angeles Fire Department responded, and medical aid called at the residence at 3:38 p.m. So, what's interesting about these stories is that it's more to read. I'm not gonna keep reading,
but
but
they kids
what's
unalived
right. That's what's
their
interesting
son.
about the story. The children um deleted their parents, and it's just good to think. I remember the other day we were talking about movies, about what was a movie of some kids taking over or something. We was thinking about Village of the Damned or
Yeah.
whatever, and I was like, yo, like these movies are crazy because you would never think of some of these kids doing things to their parents like that, like the Menendez brothers. I saw a video on Instagram today of a mom. I don't know if I shared it with you. It was a mom cutting her daughter's hair off, like on live, cutting her daughter's hair off. So she had like some like braids coming down, like it was braided, but then they were coming down
There's
like box
multiple videos of
braids.
women doing that. I don't know what's
And
wrong
she
with
was
them.
up there and she was like, you think being pretty is over your education and following the rules, and talking to her while she was doing, she was like, mom, and she was just letting her do it. And then everybody was
Or
in the
they just
comments, and
cut the
I'm reading through
braids
the
out and
comments.
grab your
Yeah,
head.
and I'm reading through the comments, and they're saying, oh, you're I know that your daughter's got to have a lot of respect for you for to just allow you to just do that to her, just sit there and do that to her. And then some people were saying like these kids have to have. I remember on the Peep they were saying some kids have to have a good enough conscience to know what they should and shouldn't do too. Because what if their parents misguide them or doing something wrong to them, and they need to be able to protect themselves, right? And we shouldn't think about wow, they have to protect themselves from the person that's supposed to protect them.
Yeah.
But it's true. If
But
your
that
mother's
has
sitting
to
there and
be
cutting your
some
hair
things
to
have
as a
to.
form of discipline, that's kind of
Yeah,
extreme.
and that's why I said there's
That's
multiple
abuse.
videos of women doing that, and I'd say that yeah, that's crazy. And then you're filming it on top of that. This now these times everybody's filming everything when they're disciplining their kids. Like, and then a guy did that too. He shaved a patch off his head or something because he did something like, and it's like, why are you sitting here humiliating these kids? Like, if you like, I think if they did something wrong, you should discipline them. But I don't think that's the proper way. And then you're gonna create you can create resentment for them towards you because you embarrassed them. That may create more issues because now she's gonna go to school with a bald head because you shaved her. Well, I don't know how far she cut it down or whatever, but you chopped her hair off. Then the boy go to school with a patch. Now they're gonna get in a fight or they're gonna get depressed. People gonna be like so many. You're gonna make things worse if you do that.
That was an example of what we called to be tough love at the time when we were growing up. Like, this is like, I'm doing this to you because society's gonna do a lot worse. And in actuality, let's be honest, society is going to do worse than just cutting your hair. Society is gonna do worse than making fun of you. You know what I mean? There's there's always going to be something that society is going to do to you. Society is always going to make fun of you. Society is always in a sense of one of the context words of today's culture. They're going to troll you. You know what I mean? You're going to have to deal with that shit. So it's easy for us to acknowledge that, yes, this is something that we're going to have to deal with growing up. Our parents would also have a lot of people that would be coming into our lives at some point to also consider that, you know what, there's something else that's worse than you getting a beating for you, huh? What? Oh, you getting a beating for you getting a bad report card or some shit like that. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I just think like
I'm not gonna spank my kid. Well, I will. I hope I don't have to. That would be like a last resort if I do. But I don't think I'm gonna be doing that to my kids. Like, and yeah, you can discipline them. People think when you say, "Oh, don't spank them," then that means no discipline at all. No, it doesn't mean. There's different ways. I've seen other people discipline their kid in certain ways, and I'm like, that's not bad. Stand in the corner and put your hands up or something. Like, or I don't know, like walk to school like that father. The girl was bullying the kid on the bus, and they kicked her off the bus. So he made her walk to school, but he followed behind her in the car to make sure she was safe. But he made her walk like miles to school as a punishment. But I mean, she was safe. So if he made her go by herself because she was too young to be walking out, they lived like near the desert or like it was like a high, like a road like a country road or something, like with a bunch of trees and stuff. She didn't need to be walking there by herself, but he followed behind her in the car. So something like that, I don't have a problem with. But and it's still human. I'm keep saying I don't think people should be recording this and posting it online. Maybe you could record it for yourself to show them, like, look, remember this. I'm gonna send you this video so you can watch it, so you can remember next time you do some bullshit. This is what you're gonna have to look forward to. So there are definitely other ways, but all kids are not the same. So one works for one may not work for the other. The
that's true.
personalities are different.
That's true.
But
That's true. But you can also do things the right way. Like somebody trolling in there, but nah. In reality, in reality, black people actually made a miracle. What happened is popular culture got into effect. They they did certain things to appeal to black people fashion wise because black people didn't they we really didn't start our own fashion. We adopted the fashion of the white man and then we made it better for them because we were more marketable representation of their brands. So when we put out versions of their brands and we modeled it or we wore it in rap videos or something like that, and our people started to buy this shit, the shit started to pop. White people was buying corny shit that looked at crazy, and then they started to dress like us, like real shit. So at the end of the day, it was kind of a lot of our influence earlier that really led to us becoming, the influential, basically the influential culture of many, many eras. Now, when the country first started, it wasn't us. We was brought over here as slaves. We didn't have shit. We didn't have nothing to work with. We had whatever was given to us. And then when we got an opportunity to get, oh, you can get this at cheaper. And then we made fucking Levi's, which was like a working jeans or some shit, a very like popular jeans. Like everybody wanted to wear them shits. Our whole like generations was wearing them shits because they was like, oh yeah, these shits is lit. It was just jeans, bro. Any fucking jeans looked like them shits. But it was like, yo, the Levi's
Dungarees.
had to be that. The fucking boots, Timberland boots, work boots. Motherfuckers got to get some butters. Now everybody want, you know what I mean? Like that's culture, bro. That's culture, and that's just fashion. That's simple pieces of fashion that became popular because of our influence. Anything that we wear could be popular. Look at Yeezys. Them shits look like shit, and we convinced you guys to buy that shit to say, oh, this shit is hot. Like I do not wear no fucking Yeezys. I will not buy them. I won't.
They look like slave
They
shoes.
look crazy. You know what I mean? But you're gonna buy it because you
Who?
think they're hot. No, I'm talking about the white culture that hates black culture so much for being such an influence.
Because of what they look like is making fun of us. And black people be wearing them ugly shoes too. And they expensive
I
too.
mean, it's just it's wild, but I'm just saying the energy that we pivot towards negativity is what I'm saying. It's like it should be more pivoted towards a positive influence. And I'm not taking anything away from some of those cultivators in our fashion and things of that nature. But there's other ways that we could be productive. Like I said, this dude's an opera singer. Like opera is, you know, it's a niche, but it's not as many people of color within that niche. So for Jubilant Sykes to have been an influential piece in that niche and have been taken away by his son, it's kind of crazy because he was successful,
Tariq.
huh?
Tariq.
I
That's
mean,
I mean, he
the
was
the shit the shit
successful.
the
It
shit is
wasn't
the shit
right,
is the
but
shit is wild. Like it's wild. Like it's so much more of us as people. That's what I'm saying. It's so much more of us than that. We should expect more. And it's sad to hear stories like this because it always shines a negative light on our culture when we have so much to offer the world. We definitely do. And we do work hard. You know what I mean? Like in a sense, like I can entertain the trolling, but it's funny because it just shows the ignorance. Like it's only one person who has nothing better to do. But I appreciate them popping in and watching us because we got somebody up here. But at the end of the day, what it really is it shows that how influential we really are as a people. All of the things that we went through in society have led us to a point where we can continue to get stronger, but there's all this stuff in society that's against us that in actuality turns us against us, like how the SNAP program and all these different things is incentivized to turn us to say, well, shit, the government will do this for us, so we ain't gotta do this. You know what I mean? Make us not work as hard, but work hard enough. You know, I don't think that's good. You know what I mean? I think us being in that mindset is what led us to be in the situation that we're in these decades later. Could have been a lot better for us. So I think we should be encouraged by people like Jubilant Sykes to push that and try to become something better, to be a revolutionary of our culture. You know, for somebody to be like, and there's a lot of negative things that were said about Malcolm X, but it's a lot of good that Malcolm X did do. He did figure out a way to encourage us to get our own jobs and shit like that, work for ourselves from, Elijah Muhammad, who he was influenced by, but he gave him a voice to push it even further.
Yeah.
You have any other topic?
So Trump has signed an executive order to reclassify marijuana on the drug schedule. So it's currently is classified as a Schedule 1 drug, which is in the same class as heroin and LSD, and he's changing it to he signed an executive order to change it to Schedule 3, which is in the same class with Tylenol, I believe. And he also signed an executive order where he's trying to make fentanyl be considered a weapon of mass destruction. What are your thoughts about
Um, so I told you a little bit because we looked at the pros and cons of fentanyl. I told you how I feel about it. I don't think that weapon of mass destruction is I guess in the wrong hands, right? We could consider something to be a weapon of mass destruction. If there's any use, as soon as we turn cross the line of it being fatal, I wouldn't consider it to be something that we should use at all. Once
it? And
your
that's what he's saying. If he
yeah
signed, I'm
once
assuming they would
once
take
your
that
life
out of stuff.
yeah, but what I'm saying is once your life is in danger from taking that shit, I don't care how much pain relief it gives you. Yeah, there's no better pain relief than death. You know what I mean? Because that's it. You know what I mean? You're not gonna feel
That's what
anything
I'm
else
saying.
after
But
that.
I'm assuming if he
But you
signs
don't
that,
want
they're
that.
going to take that
Right.
out of the stuff, so no one will have
Right.
access to it.
So I guess that's not a bad approach for it. But for
You
an
gotta
instance
have
of
a
them
replacement
having
for
a
it.
need, them having a need for these things, the fight for people saying that yeah, there are some people that are going to need it. I think that the problem is because some people probably don't understand how severe um these things can be. So I think the push of uh could you ban him? I think the push of them having certain notions that this thing might be so harmful to us or we shouldn't have certain things or something like that. I think what it could be is just more of they don't really understand what benefits come from that particular thing. Now we looked it up personally. It's really not that many benefits. It just keeps saying
It's mostly
suppressing
just pain
something.
relief, and it
Yeah,
works quickly.
that's it. And at what expense? You know what I mean? The expense is your fucking life. So I don't think Trump is is such a bad individual for that particular point if we're talking about him just removing fentanyl, maybe it being recognized as a weapon of mass destruction. It could be a weapon of mass destruction if in the wrong hands, but I would also argue the point that it may have some medical use in the right hands medically for something in the future because it does show that it can be used to a certain measurement
No, but
and
they
it
said
cannot
it can't.
exceed that exact measurement.
But they said it's hard to get an exact measurement
It's
too. That
hard
was
to
one
get
of
it.
the cons. Like it's hard to measure it. Like it's
So
not.
you probably got to have less than what they're trying to give. They're trying to give the maximum. Maybe they got to do way less than that. Maybe it got to be less than a drop.
And you can die
You
just
know,
from exposure to. You don't even have to use it as a drug. You can
right?
touch it and it absorb into your bloodstream and
Yeah,
it's just like that.
it's not something that you're supposed to be playing around with. But what I'm saying is that I'm not really I'm not a Trump fan. I'm not particularly a Democrat fan. I'm a fan of
What's gonna help us?
what's
And
gonna help us.
as a
Obviously,
whole.
yeah, as a whole. If he's trying to do something with good intention, let him do
And
something with
that's
good
the
intention
thing
for
that we
once, because
wonder.
he's been
What
making
is
a
the
lot of
intention?
fucking poor decisions for everybody, not just black people, but for everybody. So I would say if you make a good decision, like he just came out with that set, somebody did put 1776. So he just came out with this 1776 stimulus package where he was going to give every soldier $1,776 as a stimulus package because of their um,
Contribution.
contribution in the military. This is what I'll say about that. I would say, as a veteran of the United States Armed Forces, I would say I think it would be a good thing for them. I don't think they get enough for putting their life on the line, personally.
It's a one-time
You know what I
payment.
mean? They would get paid what you would probably look at on a larger scale. They get paid less than what a school teacher would be complaining about, and
No, I'm
they're risking
saying
their
is
lives.
the payment, the stimulus is gonna be a one-time
It was
payment, or is
it's just a stimmy, so it's just a one time check that's going to be just going into their account or something. But these are people that are actively serving. Supposedly, this is what he said. I don't know if it's true, but this is what he said. And if he is doing that and considering doing that, that's an awesome thing, awesome gesture. It says a lot about him. Like if he has the power to do all that and give them money or whatever, and give money to people that really need it. But yeah, that would be something to do that because a lot of homeless vets. But it's not just that. Like it's so much stuff that people could use, and not just to speak specifically to our culture, because it's a lot of stuff that we could use culturally, definitely. Better meal programs for the kids in these schools.
yeah, they get
Better
jail
teachers
food.
that care. You know, you know what? Better fucking security now. So it's getting crazy. Get some security for these kids.
Security
You know what
can't
I mean?
even, if they limited to what they could do too. They can't
Yeah,
really.
no, I don't want them to beat the kids up, but I want them to keep some order and keep some structure in these schools. I don't want it to be like a military, but I want it to be kids still be able to have fun and still enjoy themselves, but they can be protected. Like we need people to care about what's happening when you're not able to protect your kid outside of your household because you can't see them unless you're going to do homeschooling. You know what I mean? You want to make sure that your kid is safe at the end of the day. So what do you want? You're gonna need some type of structure on something. You can't have. There was a saying, freedom isn't free, and you gotta fight for every fucking thing that you want. You can't have everything that you want. It's crazy. I want ice cream for breakfast. You know what I mean? For dinner, I want pizza every night. You know what I mean? But I have to understand I got to take care of my body. I can't be eating the wrong things. Maybe milk is not good for my body because I'm not a fucking cow. You know what I mean? I gotta look at things in a different perspective once I learn certain things. But it's like we don't want to learn everything. You feel me? We want to learn some stuff, and it's crazy. Like our culture is kind of um you know, our culture is kind of a little damaged because of that because we don't recognize how important it is to set these values, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but you know, if the people don't want to listen, they don't want to fall in line and act right, then at some point you gotta just go where you go. Everybody ain't meant to come with you.
That part. No, that's true. That's true. But it's sad when it's your kids,
If
though,
you
you know what I mean?
try to do, um, I mean, well, not your kids. You
But that's
need
what I'm
to.
saying about this dude. Like it was his own child.
I
A
know.
white and a black dude.
Yeah, it's like the Menendez brothers. and then that girl. But her mom, she had Munchausen by proxy because she was lying to her whole life, and everybody else making them think she had cancer and she was in a wheelchair, all this stuff. She had mad different medications. She had tricked the doctors into thinking that she really was sick, so they was giving her medication and stuff. And like she shaved her hair off because she told her it was gonna fall out. There was nothing wrong with the girl. Like her whole life since she was 2, like so she really believed that there was. Then one day she discovered she could walk, and she like, what the heck? Like she started figuring out like, Mom, you've been lying to me. Like she told her she was allergic to sugar, so every time she seen her eating something like a cupcake or something, like she had an EpiPen, and she would stab her with with the EpiPen because um she you're gonna go into anaphylactic shock if you're deathly allergic. You gotta take an
Oh yeah,
EpiPen.
is she deleted her mom's?
Yeah,
Yeah, and got with the boyfriend, and the boyfriend, they was like a conspiracy to get. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, that was wild, bro.
but that's
That was crazy.
That's, I mean, you shouldn't unalive somebody, but she tried to run away first and she came and got her. Then, when she realized she knew what was going on, then she chained her to the bed. So, like, she did try to leave, and then she had started to get, she was over 18. So, she had signed previously her rights away. So,
Hmm.
even if she called the cops, they probably not going to believe her, like, because she going to
Right.
be like, oh, I'm her guardian. Like, she can't speak for herself. She not in the right mind.
That's crazy. That's like the movie Sucker Punch. I don't know if you ever seen that. Check that out. It's pretty crazy. This it's so wild. This girl, she was just so drugged up. She didn't realize that everything that she was doing in the movie was like in her drug induced
State.
mind state. But it looked like she was actually acting on a plan to like escape and getting little getting little fucking little treasures to
Mm,
help herself get out of the shit that was
a
playing it all
treasure.
over the yeah, playing it all in
What
different
she
places
took
of the
up
of the
mushroom.
prison. Nah, they just was giving her drugs that was just really the drugs was good enough. Like they was giving her regular drugs that
And
she had
it
to take
making
in the
her
hospital.
think she had powers and stuff.
Yeah, yeah, she
What
was.
the hell was it? Wasn't regular if it's
It was.
making you
That's
feel
why it was
like
called
that.
sucker punch, and they was lobotomizing them too. So they was like abusing them. They was raping them. Graping them. You know what I mean? So it was a lot of stuff that was going on. Like it was
I
crazy.
hate when they be doing that. If it's a documentary and then it really happened, okay. But you don't need to put that in a movie if it's fake.
But that's what these. So you gotta think these creative writers and stuff. They be overdoing it. They be doing so much. So with their movies, they just go crazy with the idea of it. So,
That guy, he passed away now. He always trying to put some great scene in a movie. Or say some crazy junk. Like and Baby Boy, I forgot what's his name. He passed away now. And Baby Boy, he said, Ving Rhames said to Tyrese, if we was in lockdown, I'll make you get on your knees and fix it.
yo, that's crazy.
And then in what is that, Snowfall,
Hmm.
the guy stole the money or whatever. So Franklin and his friend, they got this guy to like, he was like a thug. Like they paid him like to get our money back. Like beat the guy up, like rough him up, make him give it to us.
Hmm.
This nigga put he they had him tied up, and he brought him in the room and essayed him. And they were standing out. They were like, "Oh my god," because they didn't know at first. They thought he was just gonna beat him up. They're like,
Hmm.
"What is you doing?" or whatever. But then they heard this, and they like, "Oh my god, I think he's giving it to him. He's not." Then then he came out. He was like, "What the fuck y'all looking at?" Or whatever. And he took the money. He was like, "You could give us," because he wouldn't tell them that's what happened. He wouldn't tell them where the money was. He had them. He was like, "Man, f y'all niggas." Da, 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 da. Like he was talking junk. He was like, "What are we gonna do?" He's not telling us, but they didn't want to hurt him. They just wanted the money back or
Hmm.
whatever. They definitely wasn't gonna do nothing like that. So then the guy came. He was like, "Man, y'all niggas playing around." He dragged him. He had him tied in a chair, and he dragged him in the other room and closed the door, but they didn't. know what was going on. Then they started hearing him screaming, and he was like, "Where is it? Tell me!" Like he was saying it while he's like, "Oh my god!" Then they opened the door, and he was on the floor crying, like he was still tied to the chair. And he told them where the money was. It was under the floorboard. He got up. He's like, they was like, "Give us our money." He was like, "This mine now," or
What was
whatever.
that?
That was in Snowfall.
Oh, oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, I remember that scene. Yeah, yeah.
Then they had
I
to
do remember
unalive
that.
him to get the
Yeah,
money
they
back.
took but then they had to take the dude out because they said he was too crazy. Right? They
Yeah.
took the dude out. Yeah.
Yeah, because he took their money. Well, they wanted the money back. They were supposed to help. He was supposed to help them get the money back, and they were going to give him some. He told
But
the
he
whole
was an
thing.
extreme torturer though.
Yeah. Well, because he like y'all niggas playing around. He ain't
But
about to
they was
say
scared
I
of him.
don't
That's
need
why
him.
they took him out because they didn't want him to be a threat.
Yeah,
They
and they
couldn't
wanted their
control him.
money back too. That was the main thing.
It was more scared too, cause I heard how they was talking about that nigga. They
Yeah,
was
cause
kind of
they
scared
like,
of that
cause
nigga.
what he did,
Like,
that's
yo,
crazy. Like, what the
how
fuck?
how we gonna you think it's gonna be easy for us to get him? Like, you know what I mean? It was second guessing that shit. They had to do it.
Yeah, but I'm saying they wouldn't have been around them. The only reason why they would try and get him is because they wanted their money back.
Right.
But yeah, they was hesitant because they like, he was like, man, forget about them.
Right, right.
He
That's
gonna
what
end
I'm
up
saying.
like that dude.
Right, right. Hell no.
That's because he wouldn't tell them. He should have just told them where it was. I mean, that's messed up. But the point is,
After you torture them though, you're not gonna let them go, cause you already know what type of time he on.
no, he did. He didn't unalive him. He told him where the money was, so he finished. He did that and got the money, and they seen him walking out the door. He was like, "What the?" Like they seen him on the ground crying. His pants was down. Like and
No, I'm talking about the dude that did that to him.
yeah, he didn't kill. The boy was alive.
No, I'm talking about the dude that did that to him. What's his name?
Oh yeah, the Franklin and them
Yeah,
got
that's what
him.
I'm saying.
But I'm saying he left the boy. He didn't do well.
Yeah,
I
but
guess
I'm
that's
saying they
bad
still,
enough that he
yeah,
did
because
it
they like, yo, oh, I made him talk.
because he was saying that while he.
Crazy.
That's what I'm saying. This guy, he passed away. I forgot his name, but and then they said he tried to do that with the Tupac movie. They kicked him off the production because he tried to.
He wanted to do that scene.
He wanted to do he was a writer. I forgot what's his name. He wanted them to do a grape
John
scene.
Singleton made
Yeah,
Snowfall.
John Singleton. That's who it is. That's what I'm saying. He always be doing this weird. He said that in Baby Boy.
What's
These
his name
dudes
was
say,
trying to sue him before he passed. Well, rest in peace, John Singleton first though. I
yeah,
gotta
he's
give
a
him
good,
respect, yeah,
yeah. But
because
I'm
he
just
was,
saying, I don't like it be unnecessary. And why you? And they said that didn't happen to Tupac because he was trying to put a
highly
scene
weird,
in.
man.
He was trying no, he was trying to put a scene that it happened, like he got raped in prison, but that didn't happen. So why you want to put that in
To
there if
Rick
that didn't
Ross.
happen to him?
You talking
No,
about the Rick?
the Tupac
Oh,
movie.
I thought you was talking about a Rick. Because
No,
you know
because he was
Snowfall is
on.
based off of Ricky Ross.
Yeah, no, but I'm just saying all the movies that he wrote or produced or whatever, co-wrote or whatever, he be putting grape. So he always wants somebody to get grape. Like, cause why would you? And then they kicked him off the Tupac movie because they was like, no, you're not doing that. Like, what's wrong with you? Like, and especially if it's a documentary and that didn't happen. Like, why are you trying to put that in there? I mean, I guess some people would like, but if you just watching it to see that or that's your highlight of the movie, then you're weird too because like you could we didn't need that. So I'm
Cause
glad they didn't put that
someone
in.
someone said I just wanted to address something. Someone someone said that what you call it we didn't really have anything but drugs and guns and whatever in our culture. But honestly, what I believe is that we do have a lot in culture, but things that people don't really highlight is because people don't really know. But we have um doctors, we have we have doctors, we have lawyers. Um, no, I'm talking about what I'm saying is society relevant, right? um, Ben Carson, Thurgood Marshall, um, and these are American, Black American leaders. Madam C.J. Walker. These are older back in the day, and then we do have some later in life, whether you look at them good or bad. We have Colin Powell, we have Condoleezza Rice. Um, there's several individuals in society that have made an impact in society culturally outside of just music and entertainment and being an athlete. But the problem is that we don't really take the time to recognize our culture because a lot of things, they're not hidden. I mean, things are out there. It's just not something that people want to talk about. People don't really care about the good aspects of our culture. They really only care about the negative aspects of our culture. It's more attractive. It's definitely more attractive to see how many baby mamas a guy has
Baby mamas.
and how many Section 8 houses these baby mothers live in. You know what I mean? That's way more entertaining, and child support, putting dudes on child support and stuff like that. It's way more entertaining to hear about the drama of our culture than it is to hear about the triumph. And I'll yield there.
Yeah, and they be making fun of us. That's why I don't like watching them slave movies or them back in the day movie where they were like a maid working for like back and it's back in those times where there was a racism was heavy and stuff. Like I don't like that kind. Like it's always white people that made those movies and they be laughing at us. Yeah.
But it's all good, man. I mean, I I even what they say, um, negative attention is still attention, and I don't always agree that it's good to have a negative light, but I understand our culture being recognized is just being recognized for the impact that it has. So I look at certain things that we've done, that we've influenced, and I don't think that they're necessarily the greatest influences, but they are an influence. But some of the great things that we have that influence society, I think those things need to be pushed more to the front point. You know, just held up to the highest esteem, higher esteem than even per se. And I am a fan of a Michael Jordan. You know what I mean? Even held to a higher esteem than and I am a fan of Michael Jackson. Even held to a higher esteem than and I am a fan of a Mike Tyson. You know what I mean? Being held to higher esteem than all of these greats that we could think of our culture, to think of even greater people in our American culture that represent our group. And I don't know if a lot of people really even have to talk about this because it's relevant, because we need a higher morale for our culture. We don't have enough. We don't talk about how great we are enough. We talk about how bad we are, how petty we are, how this and that, how quick tempered we are, short tempered we are. We only talk about that like we don't have any self control. We've had self control for 300 years, 400 years. You know what I mean? Like, so it's hard to have those discussions, because when we have those discussions, we have to acknowledge that yes, there is some accountability, but it's just like we only put the accountability on ourselves. It's hard to get past that because we can see that, it's a lot of shit that we got to deal with as people. We always got to deal with a lot of shit as people, every group. Right now, people are being taken away from their families right now. In the same country that people are saying they're right. And then there are some black people that are saying it's only a matter of time before they're coming after us. The problem is that we come after us. So as soon as we try to say, yo, let's band together, somebody's saying, well, we gotta help them too because it ain't enough of us to help ourselves. And we care about, you know what I mean, what's going on with them. I understand they going through some shit. But your people next door, y'all need to get it over it. Help them out. You know what I mean? Help these people that look like you around where you at first. I believe that shit wholeheartedly. I think we could help each other a lot. And we don't do that enough. They don't like us to talk about helping each other. They don't want us to look out for one another. They don't want us to support each other. They want us to be against each other. They want us to say it's okay to hate yourselves. They want us to say that. I don't want to say that. I don't believe that. I believe that we should love each other. We should be able to embrace the other people, but they don't like us, yo. They pretend that, oh, let me touch your hair. They, you know what I mean? Like you, we are so blinded by the shit that we just like whenever somebody says something about it, we just make an excuse for it. Well, look how we act. Look what we do to ourselves. Look what we did. But not really looking at like, damn, the reason that this is happening is because we already fucked up. We can't figure it out for ourselves. Black women don't want to follow a leadership of a nigga. Well, they don't know how to be good leaders. We don't even want to give them grace, but we supposed to have to give women grace, black women grace on all the shit we got to put up with. We got to put up with the long fingernails, with the excuses for it. I will deal with it. We got to deal with the long eyelashes, with the excuses for it. I will deal with it. We got to deal with the fake ass this, that, and that, and the third, but we'll deal with it. We got to deal with a lot of other things. And I'm not bashing black women. I love y'all. But what I'm saying is that it's a lot of things that we're going to deal with. And you guys can't compromise with the dude not making over $100,000 a year in a environment that's structuralized to kind of limit us from even getting past the $70,000 bracket.
Could even make $100,000.
Corporate wise, yeah, corporate wise,
That's
a lot
before
of black
taxes.
people not getting that seat. They gotta kiss a lot of ass to get that seat. Corporate wise, you only gonna get to that 75,000 mark in any industry. They not gonna make 100,000 unless they gotta kiss some serious ass. If you're going into business for yourself, and if you in for yourself, I mean, if you're in for the company, you're gonna be there for a good 20 years, right? You're gonna be there for a long fucking time before you get to $100,000 a year. So you're gonna have to put some work in, put some serious work in to get that shit. You know what I mean? Like
Depends on what you're doing.
for real, man. Like it's definitely important. Yo, if you did, man, we definitely appreciate you. We gonna check it out. Um, but yeah, it's important for us to support each other. I definitely hope that we can look past some of the shit that we've been through and try to figure out a way to move forward. I ain't get no notification. Um, but yeah, I definitely think that all of our people, we we always point the finger at each other for anything that happens. But if we don't, then we be like, oh, see, that's what we always do. See, they always. It's a stereotype for every group, but for our group, the stereotype is based off of something that the people that made us slaves built for us. They the ones that called us this, but the reason that we was in that shit in the first place is because what they did to us. And then we find out they got this place in Arkansas called the fucking what the fuck is this shit called? The fucking
Well,
what's that show that you like? It's named after that show. Well, it's not named after. It's actually Ozark. Ozark,
mhm.
Arkansas, and they got a town that's specifically for white people, and it's like this paper where you gotta be Christian, you gotta be heterosexual.
We have a black town too. It's called.
Is it exclusively for us, or like anybody can come here? But it's just like a lot of black people that live there. Because this is like exclusive. Like you really gotta have
Yeah, you gotta fill out.
paperwork
Yeah,
to be in this community. If you're not black, then you can't come here. Or if you're not white, I'm sorry, you can't come here. And they was like, "Yo, I don't care. Like, shoot, stay where you at." Most black people was like, "Shoot, if you don't want to be around us, don't be around us." That's what they were saying. That's how I feel too. How you feel about it? What do you think?
yeah. If you don't want to be, why are you gonna be somewhere that you?
Right, right, exactly. Free, be free.
I think it was Freedom, Virginia. That's what it is.
It sounds like something, right?
Mhm.
Freedom.
They did. They have a whole thing, and they're selling houses out there
That's what's up. Let's build Black Wall Street back up, baby. Let's do that
for Freedom,
for the
Georgia.
people. For the people. Fist up.
Freedom, Georgia. Yeah. A project started by 19 black families in 2020 to create a self-sustaining black-owned community and potential town near Toomsboro, Georgia, as a safe haven for black families, focusing on land ownership, generational wealth, and cultural empowerment. This black-led movement aims to build an environmentally sustainable community with agriculture, recreation, and eventually full city status, offering space to heal and thrive.
That's awesome. Shout out to them, man. That's
And you can
beautiful.
go up there.
Let's do
They
more stuff
have.
like that. And I'm not talking about just completely taking over. Like gentrification, the reason that they created that idea is because it's really like people pushing out people that's in the area. But if we buy our own land and they have their own land, there's nothing wrong with that. It's not saying that somebody can't come in here and buy it, but at least we have ownership of something to pass down to generations of our family so that they can sustain life and not be struggling so hard, out here. We still want them to work and contribute to society, but we want them to be able to also have something to give their kids, be able to have vacation, be able to go to see the world in different places, just like everybody else gets to do it. That's all.
Yeah, and there's some families that have like they live all on the same street, like in different houses. So like another thing that I heard that or a video that I watched, where they were like this person live across the street, this one lived like they all lived on the same street,
That's dope.
like a compound.
But that's the last. You got anything else?
No, so that's all that we have for today, guys. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Get Lifted. 30 is the new 20. Hit the like button, share, and subscribe, and click the notification bell so you're notified the next time we post or go live. I'm Liza.
Smiley Jizzle.
Get
Get high
lifted.
every day.
Oh, and my bones crack. That's that. Needs that.